Hello! No one's watching yet. But if anyone looks back...
The song!
They'll be like, oh yes, the song, wait! Got the song on to start. Can you find it?
Yeah, wait a second.
You've got to put the song on. Because we have a theme
it's
song.
Like mission control.
Right, I'm on Pinterest. It gives people a minute to go start watching. What is going on? We don't know. And I've started not telling people what I'm painting because I think it makes it more fun for them to guess. As long as they don't have the iPad there visible for them all to like see. I have this idea. I'm going to do it this way.
Can you tell me when I...
Yeah. Put the song on. Put the song on. We're going to have the theme song. We could just watch it. This is high tech, people. I mean high tech.
Emily's painting show. Oh, Emily's painting show. Forget Bob Ross and all his happy.
There we are. You can keep playing. You can keep playing.
Okay.
I'm just setting up the thing. There we are. I'll put that there. Check I can see it. Now if you're watching, let me know if you have any comments, Mel.
Yeah.
I'm going to block the canvas a bit here. Do you see the canvas? Zoom back in a second.
Are you watching it?
Oh,
You can see in that screen there what you can see. If that helps you, Karen.
I figured out how to do that.
How to do what?
Dad! I didn't manage before.
Is that made it easier for you? I can hear myself.
Okay, Nancy said, hello from North Carolina, love to watch you paint.
Nancy? Hey,
Yeah.
Nancy!
And Bob said, hello, I've been waiting patiently.
Oh, hey, Bob. Which Bob?
No, Bob.
Oh, Bob. Hey, Bob. Yes, we are here. We are ready. Let me know if I block the screen too much. We have the wonderful Ichabod here with us.
Hello.
He's going to non-stop entertainment.
Non-stop.
I'm excited about this painting. I don't quite know how it's going to turn out. If you want to move that box out of the
Right,
way,
I'll try.
if you want to sit on it, if
I'll
you want to
have
sit on a
stand
different
at
chair.
some point.
Joy is watching.
Joy's watching. He was
Yeah,
just
she
here.
said Amber here saying hi. Oh no,
Hi,
there's
Joy.
Amber watching.
Hi, Amber. Amber just did a painting in the studio and she's managed to go all the way over and
Lovely. I'm concerned, Emily, is this structure going to be able to support my ample frame?
Oh yeah, it's an IKEA box. My children built
Alright,
it.
but
It's very
isn't
strong.
it's got that Swedish seal of approval?
No, it's got quality item. Right, that's what I'm going to paint, but I'm not going to tell them yet. This is my plan.
My concern was actually, given how vibrant and colourful your works are,
Yeah,
is it going to be at odds with my
darkness.
yeah,
We need contrast.
contrast
yeah.
maybe.
I'm
yeah.
trying to paint sometimes moodier things because we can't all be chipper all the time, can we?
No, it's wonderful.
Yeah. No, and the sort of music that I listen to, I don't. The paintings maybe you'd expect happy, clappy,
Yeah.
Music, but I listen to quite. I like Leonard Cohen and.
Let's not get too dark.
Yeah,
too
yeah,
early on now.
yeah. And yes, God, Tom, what's his name? I was listening to Tom.
Jones.
No. Oh, I hate forgetting words.
Petty.
No.
So, yeah, good one.
No. Come on. Deep voice. Oh, I listen to some really dark music sometimes when I'm painting, and people are just like, "Well, you painting these happy things." So it's what I would normally be listening to, because with Facebook that keeps deleting videos when I listen to music because if I don't have permission for the music, the next best thing is to bring in people who will like pretend to be a music system for me
Mm-hmm.
without me getting deleted from the Facebook. So you have. Are you gonna do some songs? Do you have any of your poems today?
Maybe you can answer Albert's question for a start.
Oh,
what
about
does the
sandwich.
fox say?
What does the fox say? Well, if you
We
actually,
answered that, didn't we?
we actually. I think maybe you were there. Albert's from California, and he always asked because I was painting a fox, and he started out with the "What does the fox say?" because of that annoying fox stuff.
Well,
So we actually went onto YouTube and played some fox noises to finally answer the question of what foxes say. They sound a little bit like babies.
Yeah, I think it's not a nice noise,
Like a
is it? Really? Yeah.
I can't do it. It's quite hard. Yeah. So I should actually start painting for those people who are like here because they actually want to watch someone painting.
Oh, Lily is asking, how do you get so many ideas out onto canvas so quick? Do you have to go for it?
I spend quite a lot of time. Is that Lily? Can you see my face? Yeah, you can a little bit, can't you? I spend quite a lot of time just waiting for inspiration sometimes, and on Pinterest or watching movies, or sometimes I don't have an idea. But there's just so many images out there that inspire you. It's hard not to be kind of constantly inspired by things. So I'm not telling you guys what I'm drawing. I'm just going to start. You're going to have to you're going to have to guess what I'm doing. I was thinking about going onto my Facebook and sharing this on my Facebook there. But, la la la, should probably take ages. You can watch me sharing things on Facebook. That's really exciting, isn't it?
The level of professionalism here is...
It's pretty great.
It is.
It's immense.
Immense.
It
Immense
is
is a
immense.
good word, yeah. Do you always paint from an image?
Do I always paint from an image?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's always
always
kind
have
of best
something.
to. I don't want to... I don't want to send it on my art page. I want to send it to my other Facebook. Let's see if that worked. This is me posting on Facebook. This is really... I actually watched my friend Terry today, if you're watching Terry, doing Facebook Live about how long she thought it would take her to catch her rabbit, and did it on Facebook Live, so people were placing bets about how long. So that was quite good TV. Why people need actual TV. Now there's Facebook Live and you can watch people catching rabbits. There we are. This is really...
What other stories have you got then, Mel?
Yeah, Mel's
from the Scottish trip.
Well,
You can't have just been walking around Glasgow and then walking around Edinburgh.
I basically did. Well, yesterday I went to the Writers' Museum and the National Museum and the National Gallery.
Oh,
but
yeah,
apart from that, I've been basically just walking around.
That's all you need, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from that, that's.
Did you see some Scottish people?
Yeah, I saw mainly French people and some Germans and some Italian or Spanish
Mainly French people. Where? Is that in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
There we are. I've actually shared that on there now. Isn't that exciting? I never know who's watching. It's quite nerve-wracking.
I can't believe it. There's a whole world out there.
There's a whole world out there.
Whoa.
Should I let people know your real name? It's going to slip at some point.
Yeah. Well, please feel free to.
You should stay with your stage name. You should, Do you have like a persona? Like a stage persona?
No. It's all me. All me.
It's all you. Unfiltered. Unedited. That's what you guys get to know.
Yeah.
Isn't it great to have Merle like to read the comments? It's professional, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, I'm in awe, frankly, of
Of the setup.
of the setup, yeah.
Danielle says hello from Australia.
Hello, good morning,
Wow.
Australia. The Australians like me painting it in the evening because they can watch in the morning when they wake up. Yeah.
I feel like I should be making use of the international connections to find things out that I've always wondered
Oh yes,
about places.
you can. We've found out so many things. Albert has informed us loads about sandwiches. Like,
Ooh.
bologna is spelt bologna.
I saw, yeah.
Did you see that
Yeah,
one?
I saw, yeah. I mean,
It's astounding, some of the information that we learn.
Yeah, and you can make an ocarina.
You can make an ocarina. This was the one that got me in. Did you see that one?
I was
No,
crying.
that's not
I
one.
was laughing so hard. I was crying.
Albert told us that he once made an ocarina out of a stale baguette.
oh yeah, wow.
And we just thought,
That's
that was
some,
great.
That's some serious.
I don't know why we found that so funny. It must have been the time of the
Baking
evening,
skills.
but we just lost it, I think. With
Albert
that.
just suggested you paint a self-portrait. And Julia is watching, and Ginny Beth is checking in from New York.
Checking in from New York. Bath?
What an excellent name.
Ginny Beth
Oh,
joined
Ginny
us.
Bear. There's the accent. We're like Ginny
Yeah,
Bear.
yeah. I thought you sounded like some gangster, New York gangster.
Sorry.
Sorry, baby.
We have the German
fighting
accent.
an elf for a tree branch.
What?
Emily fighting an elf for a tree branch.
This is Albert again.
Here's his suggestion.
This is Albert's great with his suggestions. Emily fighting what?
An elk for a tree branch.
An elk?
No.
That's amazing.
Wow, magical.
How did you know that I did that, Albert? Were you there? Oh,
When
God,
did
like
you do
I
that?
have these moments, I have these experiences, and I think that no one's ever going to find out. But apparently, the internet,
It's everywhere.
I thought that elk. I told that elk not to tell anyone, but it happens, doesn't it?
I get the impression that Albert is saving up these ideas throughout the week.
And writing
Those moments of inspiration.
Yes, do you have a
maybe
notebook?
Jot a note, yeah, that's what I think. You can't just come up with gold like that.
No,
On the
he
spot.
does though. Albert does. He does. What was the other one? It's normally very dapper animals. Could you paint a very dapper?
Oh, a dog flying through the sky trying to catch a colourful biscuit or something.
Yeah.
Colourful biscuits, yeah. That's great.
And something with a cactus.
The weirdest thing about Albert was he said that his nickname was it the Red Chicken or something in school? And I said, was that because of how you dressed? And he said, well, yes, actually.
Right?
I just thought I was being random back,
yeah,
but
well.
apparently I hit the nail on the head.
I mean, that,
I don't know,
I don't
how
know
he
what
dressed
image
as a
that's...
chicken. I don't know. We don't know much about Albert's background, to be honest. I don't think
I have a friend who has this hat that looks like a chicken. And
maybe that's what he was
Maybe.
You
wearing.
put it on and it basically looks like a chicken sitting on your head.
It looks like a chicken on your head.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be cheaper to actually use an actual chicken?
I don't know. Might be a bit
Perhaps less
difficult.
humane, yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Less humane.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
I guess it depends how you go
I think
about
I've
it.
got a picture of me with a chicken on my head somewhere. Quite like chickens. So, how many people are watching there? Do we have
21 it says here.
Wow.
21? Oh, let's have a song. 21's quite a
Shall
good
we?
number. Come on then.
I'm going to have to stand up.
Yeah, you can move that box, move stuff around, move paintings. Stand on the table if you want. Dave said when he came, can I bring the whole band? And I said not until you've probably seen the space. We said we do fit into small spaces, so maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in this studio. I'm thinking like lounge bar. I could have like some champagne, some
You should have
seats.
a pool.
I could take this wall down and have seating just going up into the garden.
Yeah.
Big ambitions.
Big ambitions. What did you say, Merle? Have a pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can sit in the pool, a glass of champagne, from there.
Okay, people. Is everyone ready for Kieran, aka Ichabod?
Where should I
And his
stand? Am I
guitar.
right standing here?
Well, you have to be in the image, so you can move that box and stand where
Am I
it is,
not
sort of
here?
thing.
Am I
You
not
don't want to
in
be
the
off the camera. Merle can check that for us there, but you can people by looking there, or, yeah.
Oh, that is heavy duty,
It's
isn't it?
got tools in it, I think,
Oh.
or something. Can you see his head?
Half of it.
Half of it.
Half's all you need,
I'll move
surely.
it up for it.
I thought I'm going to start off with quite a...
There you go, I can see your head now.
one of the more raucous numbers, I think.
Don't
So
worry
I
about
thought-
being chirpy.
I
Dark
thought
is
if
better.
no, but if I get my worst excesses out the way first, then people know what they're in for.
Oh, yeah.
I'm nervous now. I wasn't nervous before.
They're just doing their dishes while they're watching.
I said-
It says there's
well,
26
yeah, of
people
course,
there.
of course.
But
But
it's just in the background. They're probably listening to other music. They're probably not paying attention anyway.
I was
It's probably
fine.
all your mother.
Maybe. I was fine about it until Hayley said, "Are you worried about people seeing how many times you go to the toilet in
Who
that
said
space
that?
of time?" Hayley.
Is she watching?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Are you worried about people watching how many times you go to the
Yeah,
toilet?
and that made me nervous. I don't know why. I haven't even considered it. I haven't considered it before. But yeah, I thought, what if it's not normal? What if it's not normal?
What if it's not normal? What if I'm not normal? You know, I don't think the sort of people that want to watch me painting in the studio
Oh, those kind of people.
are those kind of
I mean,
people.
what kind of
I don't
people
think
are
any
those
of them are
kind
that
of people,
normal.
then?
For example, look at Albert. You know, does Albert strike you as overtly normal? He put lettuce in a toastie and then toasted it. And
that is grim, isn't
you know,
it?
that's not normal.
I mean, maybe if you put lettuce in a sandwich and toast it, you get ideas like, or a drunk mouse drinking from a thimble.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
A strong mouse? A strong mouse?
A drunk mouse.
A drunk
drunk
mouse
mouse.
drinking from a thimble. Some
I
pretty
like
good
that.
ideas. Keep the ideas coming, Albert. We need ideas. Take it away.
Let's go.
Oh, never seen my serpent queen return to me. We can whisper through cracks in the wall, play at pyramids and frisbee, and such things I would tell you. Such terrible, unshapely things. I miss the lips I never kissed, the lies composed at your fingertips, the coil of your tail and the crush of your hips, the very sum of earthly bliss. Your big blue eyes are the ocean in which I would happily drown. And after the nuclear fallout, I'll come running, we'll hunker down. On Dean, on the tide, return to me. Although I've little much to offer, how I would love you with fervor, how I might just boil over at the page, at the pain, at the consonants in your name. I miss the mist that bellows from your lips, the heave of your breast and the pulse at your wrist, your lithium kiss and your wrought iron fist, the very sum of earthly bliss. Love of mine, are you still human? Are all my desires intangible form? For even if you were raindrops, I'll forever be chasing the storm. The thought of him beneath your bedclothes, like the merchants in the temple. If only you would let me worship, to give my tongue in exaltation, and all things broken and comely, we can rebuild, we can rebuild. I miss the lips I never kissed, the lies composed at your fingertips, the coil of your tail and the crush of your hips, the very sum of earthly bliss. Still in your doors of the ocean in which I would happily drown. And after the nuclear fallout, I'll come running, we'll hunker down. tangible form. For even if you were the raindrops, I'll forever be chasing the storm.
Woo!
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
No, I'm not waiting. That was great. I think I paint faster with music. If not, I'm just chatting to people, getting distracted. It's like, oh, you know, you kind of get. It's almost like performance painting, you know.
Oh, well, that's
Rob Pilmore said, great song.
Hey, Rob's watching.
And Terry Flynn said, hey you, I told you that you could make a show out of this. And
Thank you,
damn it,
Terry.
you haven't. Love it. And Flavia said, and I'm going to pronounce this very incorrectly.
Is it Spanish? Just want me to read it.
Uy, qué buena onda.
Qué buena onda, Flavia.
What does that mean?
Ay, qué buena onda. It just means like, hey, this is great.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do the Spanish as well. Rob's watching. That's lovely. Kieran, all your songs are your own songs, right?
They are, yes, yeah.
That surprises people, doesn't it?
Well,
Do people kind of know?
Does it
Not that you
surprise
wrote
you?
them.
I don't know.
Not that you wrote them, but yeah, because you yeah. For people to have that many strong songs, that they're all songs that you've written. I guess people
That's
think
very
that you,
nice.
if you want, you know, you do a couple of covers, get people on side, and then throw a couple of yours in. That's what people tend to do.
there's a lot of years been put into it, though, like an embarrassing
Can I
amount.
ask you how old you are?
Yes, you can. 27.
You're 27.
Wait,
I thought
no,
you were
26. Wait,
I thought you were in your mid-20s.
26.
Did you say 27 when you were 26?
Pardon?
Are you like a 26-year-old, but you actually...
No.
You're so
26
mature that you feel that you're
27
27.
in August. I just
27.
go by the year that it is. I think 2017. I'm 27 this year, but not
'Cause you were-
not quite yet.
Because you were born in 1990.
1990. Yeah.
So you go by the year.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
It's handy. Yeah.
I mean, with
So I was-
90, it's easy.
Yeah.
But like 98.
Yeah. No.
it's
Yeah. No, you've got to keep that. You've got to do that mental maths.
Well,
yeah.
I was 81, so does that mean that I do that but then
Take one off.
Yeah.
take one off?
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it. So what year is it now?
2017.
It's hard at work than it should be,
2017.
isn't it?
No, that doesn't work. Because I'm 35. I don't know, there's too much maths. Suddenly we've gone from art and music into maths and it's not a happy place. I think we can just go back. So you're 26 and you've been writing a long time. Like when did you really start?
Barbara, my mother always says, born in 32, figure it out.
What did you say?
Born in 32,
Figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
Well, I've got a story actually. My mum
Oh,
wants...
where's it gone?
What have you found? The comment? Oh, it's
yeah,
gone.
I actually
My mum
put
once went to the
something
pub.
else on.
My mum once went to the pub
Mhm.
and came back a year younger.
All right.
She got into an argument at the bar with someone who'd said, I was born in that year and I'm this age. And she's like, no, you're not, because I was born then and I'm a year older than you, so that's not even possible. And then they sat together, did the maths, and she came home, oh, I'm thrilled, I'm a year younger. I'm a year younger. Yeah. So we don't know how long she's been carrying the extra year, if it was like a mistake that was made when she was very young, or if it was a recent one.
Oh, what? So she genuinely had been?
Yeah, living...
Oh, wow.
She really
Right.
genuinely
Oh, right.
thought.
I thought...
No.
I thought the other guy was wrong.
No, my mother
right.
was wrong. Very wrong.
Flavia wrote something.
Oh,
And
Flavia. Where? In the middle. Tieni página en el Facebook para seguir además de Bandcamp. Have you got a page on Facebook to follow apart from just Bandcamp?
I haven't, I'm afraid. No. I struggle with the social media. I'm trying Twitter now, but that's already started.
You'd be great on Twitter though.
It started stressing me out. Honestly, like sleepless nights. I just, you know what I can't stand is like
People.
Well, apart from that, like having a history, a documented history. Like I used to, I can't keep diaries or anything like that because I tried many times when I was younger, and then I'd read back on them and think, oh, what a knobhead.
Yeah, it is hard.
And
I liked a page today on Facebook, and then someone commented on the fact that I liked it, and I was like, I didn't want people to know that I like that page. It is worrying, but then you just have to watch what comes out your mouth, don't you? But I guess if there's a conversation that you have, then you can just hope that person forgets. But
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah.
it's online, Yeah, but how much are you going to come out with that you're really going to seriously regret? A lot.
No, I mean, it's not serious. I just think, oh, I'm not that person now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it's the same with everyone, isn't it, online?
Well,
The best thing, if
other
anyone
people,
wants a nice evening, put my name into Google Images, and do you know what comes up? Really, really, really awful portraits of me. And do you know what? I love them. Because I went onto this thing on Flickr, which was Julia Kay's portrait party, and you gave pictures of yourself, and people were able to practice drawing you, but the condition was you weren't allowed to complain at how bad the portraits were. So it was artists drawing other artists because they knew they wouldn't be offended. But I didn't quite realise how much that was going to affect my internet history. So if you don't do it, God, some of them are just absolutely hideous. And I used to use them as profile pictures at one point, and people were like, "Oh God, does she think she looks good in that picture?" But at the end of the day,
find pictures of you.
no, keep going down. You'll find them. Honestly, okay. You can show Kieran one. Keep going down. They're all over it.
You mean that one?
Yeah, look at that one, Kieran. Isn't it great?
Yeah. It's great.
It's well painted.
Brilliant.
I was curious about your socks.
Sorry?
Whose socks? Barb is curious about the socks. Is it little cans of
Little drinks, yeah.
The little drink socks?
I actually, all day I thought
I'm
they
wearing
were
little shoes, I'm sorry.
fries, so
You thought they were fries?
Yeah,
Oh, they look
so
like McDonald's fries,
I'm
don't they?
glad that I took a closer look.
To give correct information.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It would be like false news, wouldn't
Well,
it?
no, I mean, I thought fries because I'm obviously a man who likes fries. But,
Did someone buy you them?
I don't know. Where do you acquire socks from? They're just
Normally Christmas, isn't it?
yeah. I think they must be Christmas ones. I'm bad for holes in the socks though. I've got hideously deformed feet. No, I haven't.
Wait.
Well,
I've got feet stories. We can talk about feet. Yeah, what happened to your feet? Why are your feet hidden?
no, I mean, I just I don't know. I mean, without wishing to divulge too much information, my toes go a weird way, and
I want to be a chat show host. I get the best information out of people ever.
my toes go a strange way, and I end up making holes, even in shoes, like my toe starts.
I could show people my toes now, but I don't want to. I might lose followers. My feet were a size 8 when I was a teenager, and now my feet are a size 7.
Wow, yeah.
The only explanation I can think of is just like the curling that happens with
Yeah,
age.
could be, yeah.
That's a beautiful thought, isn't it? Hey, I started asking you when the heck you started writing. If you've got that many songs.
Oh, yeah.
Were you like since you were? When did you get your first guitar?
Yeah, probably about 14, 15.
Who bought you the guitar? Was it your dad?
Yeah, old man Schmidt. Yeah.
He's great, isn't he? Wow.
Yeah.
Did he spot?
And took it.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it wasn't. I love music. It was an obvious thing, and I took to it straight away. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. Lots of punk bands, young punk bands that I was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you always been Chesterfield?
Great. Yes.
So does everyone? Have you got like a fan base in Chesterfield?
You know that I haven't got a fan base in Chesterfield.
Who remembers you?
No.
Do you have anyone who remembers you from these bands?
No, they all did better things and left Chesterfield.
They all left Chesterfield. You can't leave Chesterfield.
I know.
It's where
it
it's at.
claws you back in, doesn't it?
Oh my god. Any more comments there, Mel? Do you have another song?
Yeah, Flavia wrote again. Spanish.
Wow.
Flavia, ufa, dale, hacete una. She says, quick, make one. And she says, ufa in the beginning. Ufa, make a Facebook page.
Oh, Facebook page.
Ufa, you've been told by a Spanish speaking
Wow.
I think she's from Argentina. Flavia, ¿de dónde eres? ¿De Argentina o...? Si no? She's from Argentina.
Shall we have a song? Shall I do a song?
Yeah, do another song.
Maybe I'll sit.
You can sit down and then stand up if you feel like. Can you see his head?
Oh, I could do the
Yes.
like a boy band stand and grab.
You could like do that and then stand up.
Yeah.
Is that what they do? Do you watch boy bands to get
I
ideas?
think that's what they used to do, isn't it? I don't know.
When you were into boy bands back in
When
the
I was
day.
yeah, exactly.
Well, you thought that would be the way forward musically.
Well, who says that? Don't still.
Oh yeah.
I'll do a slower one. Slower and
Yeah.
infinitely sadder.
Brilliant.
Lift our voices so sweetly, pour wine for the journey, unspooling each thread left us behind. Think back on shared history, the Dionysian mysteries. We never did see the face of God, but God knows we tried. All that glitters isn't gold, but sand and stone make grit. I guess now I can't break the mold, so I'm learning to fit. Hold the date in the diary for old flames and lost family, whose stories distort in the back of your mind. And I pray you'll forgive me that in such abject misery I really did mean to return your call, but didn't have time. All that glitters isn't gold, but sand and stone make grit. I guess now I can't break the mold, so I'm learning to fit. Now it's comfort in small things, deep breaths when the phone rings, though it never is your voice at the end of the line. You're a tattoo of swallows' wings, a song that the river sings. Each time that I flip the album, I wish you were here by my side. So we pour the journey wine, lift our voices to the sky. It's a long, lonely road, at least we know you won't go dry.
I feel obliged every time for the...
Well, my hands are free. If there's paintbrush in my hands, it gets a bit awkward.
Flavia wrote again.
Oh God, I was just going to say. Where's Flavia? At the top. Che linda voz, grave, lindissima. She said it sounds great. And I love that the like is in German, which always confuses me. And this is in the hairdryer. Like, I did this when Drew was playing, and I thought you were going to keep singing, but you couldn't. You just stopped in the middle of the song and I felt really bad.
Yeah, I see some of these people that are watching there. I don't know, well, I don't see them. I don't know what they're doing.
Let's go some water out.
Yeah, there's David to end it back. Yeah, it's freezing back in. Yeah, am I right to say it? No, I don't know. No, it's only not really.
Sounds really loud. I've watched that back before when the hairdryer comes on. It's like, oh my God, that hurts. I found an old bag that I'm going to use for. I like throwing water at it. Is that more comments from Flavia? No.
No, from Chris.
Bliss, hey.
She says,
Bliss was here. She's Rob's girlfriend.
I left Vegas but ended up back here, and Albert teased me about the vegan medical food Rob cooked me tonight.
Albert teased Bliss about the vegan food?
Yeah.
Albert, are you being nice to my friends? I don't know what's going on. I think people have got to know each other via these
Yeah.
live
What a
feeds,
beautiful thing, though,
and now they're
right?
all Facebook friends.
You're making connections.
Yeah. I do all sorts of things. Like, my friend, last time I did the live video, my friend had just told me that she wanted to visit New Orleans, and a guy from New Orleans appeared on it, and I was just like, can my friend come and stay with you?
Yeah.
I think he was a bit confused by it, to be honest. Connections, you never know when they're coming useful, do you?
Exactly,
What was his name? Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny.
What I like to do when I'm painting is confuse people, just by like throwing some drips at it, and then people will be like, how has she done that? It looks like it's taking ages. It's confusing people.
Do you have any like direct influences?
We can ask each other questions, right? You can ask me questions
I'm
about the art.
asking. This is what the people want to know, Emily. They're tuning in every
it's
week.
funny because that's what I'm trying to do to you, and you're like throwing it straight back.
I'm
It's great.
switching
But I'm the most what's the word? I don't know. I want to say like I'm not like snobby, but that sounds like I'm making myself sound good, you know. But I'm more like, I went to IQ and I really liked how they combined the greys with the oranges.
Yeah.
I kind of do that more than I do.
The only all I thought was it looks to me like Latin American maybe.
But the thing is about Argentina isn't as salsa and whatever as other countries in South America. It's more tango and Italian influence. It's more subdued than some of those crazy colours. So if I had been in like Puerto Rico or something, I'd understand that. But I think I've always just painted with bright colours since been a kid. Really, I like Hockney is like someone that I like.
Are you gonna go
with the paths and the trees like that one and stuff like that. Because his Yorkshire paintings were great.
Are you gonna go and see the exhibition?
Yeah,
He's got a big.
He's a great guy. I could go and see one of his. There was a movie, the Hockney movie, which was fantastic. We went to see it, and he had like a live question and answer thing afterwards.
It's on iPlayer at the moment.
Is it?
That film.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I was went to see it in the cinema, so when it does like the live question thing, I was actually not that I could actually ask him live questions, but it was quite nice seeing him in the studio in LA. Great guy.
But people can ask you live questions.
People can ask me live questions. Yeah.
What?
Sandwich related advice is what it normally comes down to. What gets me about let's keep seeing like questions. You throw questions at me, I'll throw them back. What always gets me is like your references in your songs. You know, there was like some Midsummer Night's Dream and stuff like that. Is it things that you read?
Yeah. Well,
where do you pick things up
post
from?
them, don't you? Yeah.
Do you read actual books? Do you like watch movies and think, I like that idea? Where do you? I don't know. It's your songs are like you sit with your head in a book like all day. That's what your songs come across as.
I mean, not.
And do you?
Some of the day.
Some of the day.
Yeah, but you do, don't you? You see something and
a concept.
Yeah, and it'll be the genesis for an idea, or you can take it and run with it. But I also do like. I just like stealing lines wholesale from things and putting them in there. But why not? If you see something that you
I went to a poetry
with,
thing in Wakefield. Do you know Matt Abbott?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, got him. Like everything he'd say, I was like, "That's a poem. That's a poem."
Yeah.
I could just because you hear him performing or something, and then you hear him talking, and it's just like, does anything leave your mouth that you couldn't actually just put straight into a poem? It's like found art.
Yeah,
it's like people go and photograph some flaking paint or something, and then call it art because they just found it, or find an object, or find a urinal and put it in a gallery and call it art. I guess it can be the same thing with lyrics, can't it? The things that people say.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I studied creative writing for a couple of years, and it was just getting the bus or like waiting at a bus stop. I'd be like, oh my god, I just want to sit and write things down that people.
But then sometimes it can be. How can it? Sometimes it's months or years and nothing.
And nothing
comes to you. Nothing takes you. Yeah.
What gets me, and I shared a thing recently. I've got a community art page that I have, and there was something that I shared recently which kind of says, sometimes we see other people doing creative things and we put all this pressure on ourselves, and it's like things happen in the time that they happen in, and if you're not inspired for some reason, then you're not inspired, but it will come. And sometimes we want everything instant, but sometimes it can take a career, an artistic career can take like 10 years for it to be the right time for you. And I look at Leonard Cohen, who wrote his poems, but he didn't start his music career until he was in his mid-30s.
Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, no, I often
not
think of Leonard
means,
Cohen and think, oh god, thank God. until I get to that age, like...
That's another 10. That's another 10 years for you.
Well,
Yeah, but the thing is, if it is, it is, because if your songs continue growing at the rate that they're growing at, and I bet he didn't have a Facebook page.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I need your Spanish skills again.
Oh, Flavia.
Wow.
So,
Right
Flavia.
at the top.
Flavia.
Understood, by the way.
By the way, me gusta mucho lo que estás haciendo en el lienzo, Emily. Gracias, Flavia. By the way, I like what you're doing on the canvas, Emily, she said. Thank you. There we are. Who can prize for the person who can guess what it is first?
Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
But they can see what's on my iPad.
Well,
though.
yeah, maybe.
No, can't.
You can't see the iPad.
No.
How many languages are spoken in this room at
Oh,
this moment
no,
in
it's
time?
her.
Then?
It's her with the
Loads, I
languages.
bet.
We did, because you watched that video that we did with Day, didn't we? And they started with the language.
Yeah.
And we like
Yeah.
translated it into like 4 different languages. I can do Spanish, that's
Cow,
it.
they're guessing cow.
They're guessing cow. Good guess. Nearly. Who guessed cow? Albert, come on.
No, Barb and
Is Albert going to come up
Rob
with an
or Fliss,
original
I don't know.
with an original guess from Albert? Is it a mouse riding a bicycle? No, it is not, Albert. Good guess though.
Pam says sheep.
Yay! Is that Pam Roberts?
Yes.
That's my auntie.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's in Wales. Plenty of sheep there. I want to draw lots of sheep. Dedicating this sheep to Kate Fox. I want to do some jazzy lady sheep.
Jazzy lady sheep.
That might be the name of the painting.
Best kind. Which is your favourite painting? Not
Mine
to put
or
you
Merle's?
totally on the
Mine or
spot.
Merle's?
Well, both of you.
Quite often the ones that I really like, I sell them quite.
Well, I mean that's what I think.
I enjoyed
We're
the
working
peacock
within the
came
scope
out.
of this room.
Probably at the moment, I really enjoyed the peacock to be honest. I think that came out quite nice. I like the colours in it. The one that's on its
Where
side
am I
there.
looking?
That was the one I did when.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I quite like that one.
Beautiful. Yeah.
The lion as well is one of my favourites. The lion that's behind you. The kind of the pink and the blue one. Someone said it's because he's in touch with both his masculine and his feminine sides. which is
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
nice.
A bit like Huggy Bear. You just got that look about him, I don't know.
Yeah, because lions do look like kind of teddy bears, don't they? Really?
Yeah.
Maybe not close up if you're in the jungle. Probably wouldn't say that, but this bit of a sheep here is actually its nose, but its nose is too hard to paint, so I'm going to pretend it's its bottom.
Did you see that video today of that guy on BBC News and he's getting interviewed and his kid came?
Was that
in.
today? Was that actually happened today?
I saw
I
it
saw
today.
it
I don't know.
today.
Yeah, it
I
was
saw
funny.
that. My friend in Australia
good
shared
man.
it. And that
Mark
poor
said-
woman, she just dragged them out. I think she thought
I
she
know.
wanted the
Yeah,
camera
she
and
was
you could see
desperate
her.
as well. Like, no.
But you know what? It gave me a sense that maybe he wasn't a very nice guy and he was going to
I
tell
know,
her
he was
off.
just pushing
He
her
just
away.
pushed the
I
kid
know,
away.
it was a bit.
I would've
I think
turned
there
it-
was
yeah.
an undercurrent of darkness about the whole thing.
I think so. It wasn't. I didn't find it that funny. I just thought she was going to get a real. I was going to say real word begins with a V. A real telling off. But they don't use that word in America. From him afterwards. I got that sense because she looked really scared, like he was going to tell her off.
She did look scared. Yeah, I know. I'm sure it was all alright though. Yeah, well, don't make me feel. No, I feel terrible.
you feel
about
terrible?
that. Yeah. I was laughing at it.
You were laughing at it, and now you're thinking, poor woman, what's happened? Oh, yeah, but that's exactly describes motherhood exactly. That's what happens.
You want to know what Barb was going to guess?
What was Bob going to guess?
A pregnant giraffe.
Pregnant giraffe?
Yeah.
It's a good guess, Barb. It's a bit of an Albert-like guess, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so too. that would be something like a pregnant giraffe eating a colourful biscuit stuck to a cactus.
I think it's you with the colourful biscuits now. That's twice you've tried to get a colourful biscuit in there.
That was because
No,
last
because
time
he did
Oh,
say
right,
it.
it was.
He
Oh,
said
I
it.
see.
dog catching a flying dog catching a colourful biscuit.
Yeah. Any more sandwich-related incidents?
How
Albert?
about a colourful biscuit sandwich.
I could add in some biscuits somewhere. He does sometimes say things that I try and do though, that's a problem with Albert. He will occasionally be like, why don't you give it a tiara? And I will spend ages trying to give it a tiara for no reason other than Albert just asked me to. And then I have to spend ages trying to delete the tiara because it was a mistake. No, but he did come up with some good ideas. I was doing an art class with someone and he said, that bush in the front looks like kelp, it looks wrong. And we changed it and it looked better. So Albert has come up with some great advice.
That's really interactive as well, isn't it?
When you have people saying, no, don't do that. Yeah. I think because the head is... The head is... What? Maybe I should make the head a bit bigger. I don't know.
What is... Right, this is my... I'm just keeping things going here.
Well, we can have it... We can
Favourite kind of biscuit? That's
Ooh,
what I want to know.
Digestive.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking about most of the time anyway,
Biscuits.
to be honest.
Should have put some biscuits down, really, shouldn't we?
There's got to be some international biscuits out there as well.
What's the best German
yeah.
biscuit? You're great at this. You can come back. I like this. I can be quiet now. You basically talk about the same sorts of things.
Let's talk, guys, about biscuits.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are German biscuits?
Digestive.
Well, I mean, it
No
doesn't have to
idea.
be.
No,
You've
no, I
travelled
want
the
to know.
globe. What's
I
the
want to
best
know-
biscuit you found?
Yeah, but I want to know what biscuits exist in Germany that don't exist anywhere else. Like, I need a good biscuit-related reason for visiting Germany again. Just
Do you
thinking.
have Kipferl here?
What? No.
Definitely
It's
not.
like there's half moon or moon crescent shaped plain biscuits. that
Crescent
are
shaped biscuits. What
supposed-
shape would the packet be of a crescent shaped
I think
biscuit?
we're going to get a look.
How would you put it in a packet if it's crescent shaped?
I get the feeling, although I'm a man who has very little national pride,
I
to be
don't get
honest,
that.
but I think we're probably quite good at biscuits.
What? But how do you
I've
put
had
those in a
them.
packet?
I think I've had them.
I haven't.
You just put them
Maybe.
in. And
Maybe you can show the picture to the camera because it's not fair that we don't show them.
Just the plain digestive.
What?
It's a versatile biscuit,
Well,
that's
I
for
think
certain.
I've got there's a lot of logic behind this.
Mhm.
For example, I study things, like biscuits.
yeah, of course.
The plain donut, just like a ring donut,
Mhm.
is a donut that you can eat more of. Because if you have a donut which has sugar, which is sugar coated, which is icing coated, the balance of fat to sugar, there is more
So
sugar than
that's the
fat. If
biscuit.
you have a donut which is full of cream, there is more fat than
Yeah,
sugar,
yeah.
right? As soon as you get a balance of sugar and fat which is equal, it short circuits something in your brain and you can continue eating it. This is why if you could keep on eating fat or you keep on eating sugar, you're going to stop after a bit. But you mix them in equal quantities.
And you can just keep it
you
going
can just keep
indefinitely.
You can keep it going indefinitely,
Oh,
which
God,
is
why am I
why
just learning
the plain
this?
donut. Yeah, but it's good because then you can realise how it works against you, and you can try and overpower it by maybe eating cream donuts rather than ring ones and then eating less.
Well,
right?
if you want to overpower it, Emily, some of us just
Just
some of us
embrace
think
it.
life's too short
Yeah,
for
it
such
is.
consideration.
It is too short. It is too short. So the digestive biscuit for me is similar to the plain donut.
Yeah, yeah. I can
Because the
see
balance
that,
of the sugar to the fat. Other biscuits like custard cream, it's 2 and I'm done.
no, it's-
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
indulge in a whole packet of custard creams. No.
I like digestive biscuits and cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Oh, in the cheese, yeah, for the
Yeah.
base, yeah.
Oh, in the
That's
cheesecake.
really
You're
Yeah.
right,
Merle has banned herself from certain sites on the internet because she starts looking at cakes and then
I
she starts
haven't
making them.
unfollowed that page.
She had to
It's just-
unfollow a page because the amount of like Guinness cakes and things that she was turning out just got to be slightly excessive.
But I mean, the images, they look so good. I can't unfollow that page.
I can't unfollow the page.
I know, these are the things the internet does to you, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like I tried.
Yeah.
It's not like I tried not to buy the biscuits. It's like I tried to unfollow that page on Pinterest, but it was too hard.
You keep going back for cake pictures. I can empathise with that. I can see myself.
Thank you.
You know, if as soon as you
Slippery
start,
slope.
that's exactly the phrase. Yeah, slippery slope.
So what? You've not talked about your biscuit choice, Kieran. Digestive for me. We have those little crescent German ones, whatever they're called. What are they called again, Mel?
Vanilla Kipferl.
Vanilla Kipferl.
Vanilla kip.
But they can be quite dry.
They could be quite.
Oh,
dry.
we're going to take it all back
don't,
now.
don't ruin it for us. We were imagining.
I mean, I'm salivating at just the thought of them all going through my mind. You know, it's got to be a
Ginger is good.
ginger. Yeah, I mean, when you've got the hankering for a ginger
Hobnob's quite
nut.
good.
See, I think hobnob's my choice. I do.
They're slightly sweeter than the
I
biscuit,
think
but the
hobnob,
texture.
and it's just heavy duty, isn't it? You know, I think you feel full after a hobnob.
Yeah. Yeah, satisfying. Like
Yeah, satisfying. Yeah.
meals in biscuit form, hobnobs. That's quite a good idea.
Is no one else telling us that the biscuits? I want
people
to know.
biscuits.
Bob wrote about the giraffe. Do you want to hear more about the giraffe?
You can hear more about
Yes.
the giraffe.
Okay, she wrote, there's a live video of a zoo in New York
Yeah, I know.
that has
Yeah.
been going on for 3 weeks of the giraffe waiting for the birth of the giraffe. But it's going on and on forever. Then a woman posted a live video feed of her very pregnant walking around her bedroom with a giraffe mask on her head. But she already had her baby and they posted a live video of her lying in the hospital bed with a mask on.
The baby?
No, the woman.
I thought maybe they put a giraffe mask on the baby to try and convince
Yeah,
people
that's
it was
what.
a baby.
Yeah.
That's just too distant. But last video we did, my friend Karen was watching and she says, I have stopped watching the giraffe videos to watch you. And I was flattered by that.
This is the first I've heard of this giraffe video. I didn't know.
Oh, everyone knows about that.
All right, no.
Apparently, we just lost
No,
like 10 views because they all went off to find the giraffe, which is understandable.
But now we've got a pregnant giraffe here, so...
I don't see the pregnant giraffe.
You know what? I struggled with the pregnant giraffe as well. It's all about the neck, isn't it? Where's the
It's the
neck?
neck, maybe this here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perhaps. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
there we are, pregnant. That's the
Yeah.
and there's the head
Mm.
off the canvas. There we are. That makes sense now. Mystery solved. Come on, we're not going to carry on. There'll be no more songs because Kieran's going on strike until you tell us your favourite biscuits from around
It
the
can't
world.
be the first time I've striked over biscuit
Yeah,
related.
okay, then maybe they're confused. Americans were talking about cookies. Cookies. Favourite cookie. Biscuit for them is something entirely different.
Oh, pepperkakor.
Is that a different biscuit?
Yeah, it's ginger snaps. With
Oh yeah,
Oh.
ginger snaps.
I
Very good,
tried the
yeah.
last
Do you know,
2
like-
years. I tried to bake them and they turned out rubbish. And I want them to be like the IKEA ones.
Oh,
But
the
they just
IKEA
taste like
one.
nothing.
Promoting IKEA what to do. I'm with. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, stroopwafels, Dutch biscuits, like the like you can get them in like Starbucks and places, I think, and it's 2 layers of like sticky kind of caramel.
Oh,
And it's
Yeah.
got
The
like
crosses-
the I do
crisscross
know what you
thing.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you rest it on top of your cup of coffee,
yeah.
it melts on the
that is
inside.
something, yeah.
They're pretty great. That's the way
Types
to
of
have them.
ginger
there.
biscuits.
There we are.
Ginger bit, yeah.
Ginger
They make you feel
biscuits.
better, I think, ginger biscuits, don't they?
Because the best thing about ginger biscuits, Pam, is everyone knows, especially pregnant women, that ginger is great for nausea. It stops you being sick of car journeys. So what's going to make you feel more sick, than eating too many biscuits?
Yeah,
But,
it's, you're
again,
making yourself feel better as
You
you go.
counteract
Wow.
it. You counteract it. This is a new
It's like this
theory.
karmic balance in the world, isn't
I've
it?
talked
Yeah.
about this book that I'm going to write, which is basically food tips and healthy eating tips by Emily, with a lot of maths in it.
Yeah.
Very maths based. For example, you eat a banana and you eat a Mars bar. A banana is positive, a Mars bar is negative. We all did maths in school. A positive and a negative, they cancel out.
Like
So-
salad and chips.
Like salad and chips.
Salad
like
and
we had
chips,
the other
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Exactly. It cancels out. So, with that theory, we now have a new theory, which is eat ginger biscuits because you will never feel sick. You will never feel sick. You can eat as many as you like.
I tried
Brilliant.
that. It's true.
Yeah.
You've tried that. It's true.
Bob likes ginger snap cookies and Flavia
Ooh.
wrote some Spanish stuff. That I
Where's Flavia at the top?
on the top.
Deben probar las medialunas argentinas. Yeah, but medialunas... Vos hablaste del tipo pan, la torta. Estamos hablando de galletitas. ¿Quieres hablar? ¿Cuáles son las galletitas de Argentina, las redonditas? She's saying croissants because it's what the medialunas, because we're talking about the medialunas. We need to try the Argentinian medialunas. But I was like, you're talking about croissants, that's not a biscuit. That's what I said.
Wow.
Obviously.
A lot happened very quickly there, didn't it? All got a
I
bit-
go very
got a bit
fast
out
in
of hand.
Spanish. Spanish is a very fast language, I think, for some reason. So we've had a couple of biscuits there.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
think they've earned a
satisfied,
song?
but, yeah.
Do you think they've earned another song?
A song.
How many songs? Can you just keep going? Do you
I
have
can play, yeah. It's just knowing. what
And you
to
know all
do.
the lyrics as well, which is quite clever.
Well, don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
I think I'm going back upstairs because I'm basically starving.
Oh, you're starving.
I'll just leave the
There's a laptop
laptop
there
here
for
with
Kieran.
you.
Oh, that's great. Kieran, you can be like.
If you need to charge it, it's here.
Will you come back in a bit when you're not starving?
Yeah.
There's salad in the fridge.
Okay.
Are you all right for food and?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you.
There's some ginger
Cheers.
biscuits. There's some gingerbread men in the cupboard. You might have to bring them back when you come back.
Yeah.
They're in like the cupboard with the bowls in. For some
Okay.
reason, I was trying to hide them from the children. They'll be watching this and they'll be like, "You'll watch with our biscuits."
I get upstairs, up there to the house, go into the kitchen, and I'll just find a trace of gingerbread man crumbs.
Yeah. No, living upstairs with the kids. Very Hansel and Gretel, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are my children? Let us follow the trail of biscuit crumbs.
I'm the evil witch. Yeah.
See you later.
Isn't she funny? Oh, Mel. Can't even say Mel's name properly. It's like Mel. But the Germans make sounds with their mouths that's not actually possible to make. So
Right.
she gets
Not
called
possible.
Mel. Nicole calls her Mel as well. I guess that's their version of it. Poor girl, she's very understanding.
Wow, I can see how that could draw. I'm just immediately drawn to just seeing what people are.
Are they talking about biscuits
I mean,
still?
no, it gets. Yeah, I think we're probably done with the. I think we've exhausted the biscuit. It turns out ginger biscuits are incredibly popular.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah. I love ginger. Right, this is fun.
Let's play a song.
So we need my Julian to watch this again and write another song about watching people talking about biscuits while they're painting sheep.
I mean,
Which
it's
could be the sequel to the
it's
first
a lot
song.
to put on Julian, though, isn't it? A lot of pressure, and he's already given so much.
He has, hasn't
You
he?
know.
The song about the lion wearing a jumper was quite good, but I think we could have biscuits and sheep in a song. Maybe if anyone else can write songs and put things on YouTube, we'd like a song, especially you, Albert. We'd like a song about sheep and biscuits, please. Just sending that request out there.
Hope Parker is loving the sheep, by the way.
Hi, Hope. She's watching. Hello. She's loving the sheep. That's nice. She won my painting. That's the lady who did a little painting.
Oh yeah, I
competition.
saw actually. Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
that nice?
It looked lovely in her house. She looks like a nice person. And do you know what? I missed a trick there because I posted that on International Women's Day and I didn't say anything about Hope being an international woman and, you know, the unsung heroes. I think Hope has a face, the face of, you know, of someone who should be acknowledged.
The face
By the
of somebody
world.
that should be. Oh right, oh, being acknowledged by the world. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
For being great. Yeah. So I think she was meant to win that painting. I've never painted so many sheep. I'm going to have to do some of them without too many details in them. This is a lot of sheep. I do like sheep though.
Yeah, I mean,
What's not to like about
to
sheep?
like? Yeah. I mean,
I am Welsh as well originally,
is that right?
which is why it's so easy. Having seen so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
sheep, it comes quite naturally.
There's kind of a. I appreciate obviously that this is only just beginning to take shape, but there's almost a malevolence in the eyes of this one. It's like Silence by the Lambs. Yeah. He's going to kick off at any moment.
He's going to kick off at she.
Of course.
She sheep.
Of course.
I wonder if all rams have horns. I think they do. Got so many questions.
Again, you've got ask the people.
It's like
Someone will
phone a
know.
friend.
Surely
It's like
someone
phone
will
a
know.
friend.
Albert unfortunately has to depart. He's got
Albert.
a non-sandwich related matter to attend to.
Is that what he said? Non-sandwich related.
Non-sandwich related.
That sounds
Very
serious,
serious,
Albert.
yeah.
But it's non-sandwich related. Golly. Really? That's a lot. That's I hope that's okay. Hope that turns out well, Albert.
Mm.
He's got a lot to deal with in his life just with sandwich related issues.
Yeah.
So I hope that turns out well.
Let us have a song. I don't know what song.
But if you had Facebook, you could do Facebook Live. Then you wouldn't have to. You could just sit at home.
I know. Well,
You could just sit at home, have your tea, eat your favourite biscuits,
mhm.
and you
So far, so good.
forget, go to Wembley. It's a bit of effort, really, isn't it?
Just Facebook Live.
Yeah, you just in the kitchen. Or you can just come here if you want.
I don't know what song to do. I should have written something down.
Just start playing and see what happens.
So for another more lively one. I guess it should be getting more mellow as the night goes on.
The bells must they haunt me each and every waking hour. Do they toll in remorse or for victory? Who is it gifted them such power? Mother, is it true? The poison passes through. What will I become? Oh, I've seen it in the eyes and heard it in the cries, the unmovement of your soul. Come, let me in. I won't bark and I won't bite. I'm just looking for a little light, looking for a little light to shine on me. Sweet sister, I beg you, forgive me. I know not what I've done. When the source of your sorrow is a mystery, must I always be the solution? Lover, is it true? Your red eyes once were blue. Then what have I become? Oh, I've put it in the lights and seen it in the eyes. I never was the one. Come, let me in. I won't bark and I won't bite. I'm just looking for a little light, looking for a little light to shine on me. Sometimes we all must be somebody new. Till midnight strikes and I'm myself again. The bells must they taunt me. How long now till I succumb? Do they toll for the good man I tried to be, or the heathen I've become? Is it true? I learned these tricks from you. Then what will I become? Oh, there's a rider on the rise and thunder in the skies, a bugle call, a beating drum. Come, let me in. I won't bark and I won't bite. I'm just looking for a little light, looking for a little light to shine on me.
would do thunderous applause, but it's quite hard by myself.
Yeah.
So I would rather that we just imagine the thunderous applause.
That's what I always
I'm sure they will
make
make
it.
it.
Imagine the thunderous applause.
Is that what you have to do?
Yeah.
My coffee's still going.
Oh no.
It's turned into like a frappuccino.
I had 1.5 as well because of the...
Because of the accident.
Mm. Oh, very nice comments. Oh no, old man Schmidt's watching.
Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Hey, is he really called Boris, your dad?
Of course he's not called Boris.
I was calling Boris. What's his
Yeah,
name?
No, Chris.
I don't think I ever knew that his name was Chris. I think I would just call him Boris.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. He's got some kind of alter ego he's tried to create for himself.
Is that where you got it from?
Yeah, mate. Well, yeah. I never considered that really. He's I don't know.
Should we talk about your dad now that we know he's not watching?
Now that he is watching. Now that we know he's watching.
Now that we know he's watching, we could pretend that he isn't.
I don't know. Don't give him the attention. It's only
Don't give him these. That's
further inflate his ego.
It's like children's
His already
dogs.
swollen ego.
The dog was barking today, so I just put her in the kitchen rather than, because if you tell her off, then she'll just be like, well, I'll just keep doing it, obviously, get attention. So I just put her in the kitchen. So we'll do that with your dad, shall we?
Yes, please do that. Please, let's do that. Yeah.
Just put him in the kitchen.
This is
It's a big with Facebook. I haven't known that was called Chris.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, it's all coming out tonight. It's a really candid interview.
I kind of wondered if his real name was Boris. I thought it was quite a good name.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? No. Boris.
Does it say? Has he said anything, or is it?
Yes, he said. He's asked me to play a song that he knows full well that I can't play because it's on the piano.
Which is really, really nice and considerate of your dad, really, isn't
yes, it? Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you play piano as well?
What? No, I do not.
You could have brought a piano.
I'm a ham-fisted piano player. At
I
best.
should really provide a piano in the studio, shouldn't I?
Well, you never.
Don't know
Musical interests.
No, I like.
There's a guitar in the house.
There is one in the house. I love music. That's why I have a guitar in the house. But I'm not musical. It is my one weakness.
One weakness.
Not very good at singing and dancing. Do you dance?
I love dancing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I do love dancing.
Wow.
I'm awful at it.
Maybe that could be the thing. That could be the thing that'd be like that could you should go on
should
like
probably-
the X Factor
maybe,
and
maybe.
just in a leotard.
In a
leotard.
that'd certainly be a provocative.
Yeah.
Provocative look.
That would be amazing. Do that.
What about you, dancing? A dancer?
No, I'm not. No,
Oh,
singing
but
and
it's.
dancing, no.
I mean, the thing.
Dancing and painting.
I'm
I feel
not.
that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's.
And having lived in South America, it's a stupid place to go and live when you're not good at dancing.
I didn't. No, I'm certainly not good at dancing, but I
But
enjoy it.
admire
Once you're
people.
at that state, you know.
I admire people immensely who don't necessarily have a huge amount of natural born talent for dancing, but do it anyway. Because I find that to be a better quality than actually someone who is good at dancing. Is like, yeah, look at me. I find that a little bit unattractive.
Well, yeah.
But someone who's not good at dancing who does it, I find that I find that to be an endearing quality. I'm sure everyone agrees with what I'm saying, right? Surely. It's like men with like bodybuilder types. I don't, I assume bad things about them. I assume that they're a little bit arrogant, maybe. But obviously,
it takes discipline, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does take discipline. But I think if you know that you're beautiful like that and go around knowing it, it often produces people who aren't the sort of people that I really like. But there's loads of exceptions to the rule. There's loads of people who are both good looking and nice people. But I don't know. Any more comments?
No, we're losing them, Emily.
Oh,
what are we doing here?
Oh, man. It's fine. It's almost better. I find it to be a more enjoyable evening once we have lost them completely, actually. Because then you just think, oh, well, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then we just pretend that they're not there. My life motto, which I will happily pass on to anyone else who is short of a motto, is it doesn't matter, I won't see them again.
Yeah, true.
It's a good motto to have, and if you live with that, again, if you're able to dance, go somewhere and then just, well, it doesn't matter, I won't see them again. But it's an absolutely bloody useless motto, because I always do see them again. The motto has failed me. It has failed me over and over again, but I still haven't, put it out to pasture, because I still kind of want it to, to work for me. I have nothing else on my side really, apart from that motto, which isn't great, but I don't know. It's got me places.
Did you ever hear?
Not always good places, but.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear what?
There's a David Foster Wallace quote that I love it. I just think about it often, where he says, "You'd worry less what other people thought about you if you realised how seldom they did."
That's a good quote.
It is, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's in their own.
Everyone thinks if you're worrying about what people are thinking about you, you're assuming that people. Oh, sugar.
Right. Lightning reflex.
That's a good. Compressor. I normally. Oh, sugar is what came out then. I normally say something in Spanish. Ay caramba! I don't know why. Like the reaction quite often comes out in Spanish.
I keep getting pulled over here to look at this. I'm going to turn it away from me actually, and I'll check the comments again.
Well, what I do is, because I look at I'm used to, that's where people are. And sometimes if I have something else up here with the comments in it, I will talk to them. Oh yes, I'll talk to the camera there. It's a bit weird that's actually where people are. But someone said it's quite nice when I'm not actually staring at them when I'm talking to them.
All right.
I wasn't sure whether to take that as a compliment or not, but it could be. Maybe it makes it look very natural and unforced, or maybe they're just glad that I'm not doing this the whole time, which is slightly disconcerting, isn't it? You never know exactly. So many people watch this and they say, "Oh yeah, I always watch your live videos." So you could say hi.
Yeah, well, yeah, please do.
If any of you people that I've spoken to recently, even in the past week, so many people have said to me, "Oh yeah, I always watch." I was like, "Well, just say hi.
Say hi. Get involved."
Get involved, yeah. Give us some questions.
It is. I feel like, especially when I knew that I was going to be here, I should have thought of some. There's so many things I want to know in the world, and
I have a list of questions. Come again, like next week or whenever you want to come, with a list of pre-prepared questions.
List of questions.
Because it's like a chat show, but it's not me interviewing you. You were doing more of the interviewing of me, but then but they're the guests.
Yeah, well,
we're the hosts. Right. They're the guests, and then we could say who. We've got Argentina watching, definitely some Americans there. So, do you have any questions? Have you been to America?
Oh, I haven't been to America. No.
If you went to America, where would you go?
Oh my word! You know what? It's weird. My relationship with America has been
tumultuous.
Yeah, tumultuous. Maybe. I mean, now I want to say it was tumultuous because it's a great
good word.
Yeah.
I don't know how I came up with that.
It's culturally, it's been such a big influence. Musically, yeah. Massive. On me personally, and also my reading tastes. I love a lot of kind of 20th century American stuff.
Yeah.
And what I really like, all those kind of rural Americana kind of novels. I like Steinbeck and Sherwood Anderson, people like this. So I guess it would be the Midwest maybe I'd like to see.
Yeah.
All those like a patchwork of fields, But I don't know. But the thing is, it's never going to live up to this imaginary America that's in my head now.
Sometimes it's almost better not to go. It's a kind of a big place. I went to America in 2015, and I went for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Left the kids, just me, and I did my whole trip. No money. I went and stayed with these people.
Oh yeah.
People from Facebook. And I said, "You want a painting? You want me to teach you to paint? Just buy me a flight." So I managed 5 states. Mostly in Oregon, Portland in Oregon. You've seen Portlandia on Netflix. Have you seen something like, oh God, Portland's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, hilarious.
And it sounds like a real creative hub as well.
Oh my God, I would, because I've lived in South America for 5 years, and I have a lot of American friends who live there. And the sheep's looking really weird at the moment. And I always said, the people I got on with best tended to be people from Washington State and Oregon and places like that. So I kind of knew that was where I wanted to go. And then a lady from Idaho wrote to me, and she basically sent me this long message. Heidi, if she's watching, and she it's like, your art's changed my life, and she went on and on and on, and such a brilliant email. And I wrote back like one sentence. I just wrote back and said, "Can I come and live with you?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, fine." So then we planned the trip, and I went to Idaho, and I went to Kansas City, Missouri. Stayed with a lady there. It was a great way to do it.
No, all I do is sit on Google Earth and look at pictures of places.
That's fun, isn't it?
That's my travel.
Isn't that fun? I think that's great fun. You can spend hours doing that.
Oh, I've been all over.
I've been all
You wouldn't believe it.
I love that idea. It's like, yeah, your house, been there. I've sometimes, when I'm posting paintings, and I've kind of, oh no, I shouldn't say I do this. I'm posting a painting, I think that address sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Oh,
I'll look that up on Google Earth just to imagine where the painting's going.
I don't think you're meant to admit to that thing.
I'm not really.
I do the same. Yeah. You've got to know, haven't you?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how fascinated we are with other people's lives?
So, yeah, with Heidi, she said, well, you know, there's hot springs, I can take you out to see different places, like touristically, Idaho's, you know, Boise's a fascinating city. And I said, to be honest, Heidi, I just want to be in America. I want to see what's in your fridge. I want to see what you watch. I just want to get an experience of America because I've not been before. And so she was like, you just kind of basically, her husband was killing himself laughing. It's like, she wants to come and do an anthropological study of our house. And I was like, yeah, basically. So that was what I did. It was great. Anthropology. The study of people's fridges.
Yeah.
That's what it means, right? I think so. So many sheep. The sheep's looking really odd.
I'm finding them. It's an intimidating scene.
Yeah, I wanted it to be slightly intimidating. So, you know, with the music, have you seen there's some scary movies about sheep? What's that Simon Pegg one? There was a Simon Pegg movie about sheep that was a bit lethal. You could think about that. Play some really dark songs.
Shall I do a song?
So yeah, sorry, I keep thinking of questions. I'm one of these people. I have ideas that pop into my head before I finish the first one.
Yeah.
And I kind of interrupt myself a little bit. So you asked me like about my influences. Who are your influences musically?
My musical influences.
I really want to know that. It's a genuine question.
I love music. I really do. You know, I live for the music. But obviously,
Who you got heroes?
Obviously, I've got favourites. Yeah, Bowie was a big hero, as he was for seemingly everyone else in the world, and understandably so. I like Nick Cave. I like Lou Reed. I like
see the Nick Cave influence. That's good.
I like Roxy Music.
Yeah.
I like that. I love Leonard Cohen, of course. A lot of those late 60s, early 70s bands and songwriters,
Good
the
singer-songwriters.
Stones, the Beatles.
For me, it's lyrics as well. Because if you're someone who writes poetry, and you like, it means you can listen to the music on so many levels. You can listen to it just musically, and you can listen to it, what the and the lyrics and songs as well, because it's the combination of lyrics and music means that there are even kind of more ways to listen to it. Like a poem can be great, and it can mean something different every time you hear it. But a poem in the form of a song can mean different things depending on your mood.
Yeah, because you create a context with the music, don't you, around it?
Yeah.
I suppose.
There you go. Can you use any of that conversation as a link into another song?
Let's do it.
Can you do like a flawless link?
Yeah.
Talking about Cohen.
Yeah. No, I can't. No.
Talking about my musical influences, here is a song that was influenced by some of them. How about that?
That would have been good, but I don't know. My brain doesn't work that fast.
Does it work that fast?
I'm gonna do a nicer song.
Is it sheep related?
I mean, I'm really sorry. I'm not creating these links that you want here, Emily. No, it's not sheep related or anything. Where's my?
By the way, I once I start painting, I just keep going. You don't have to stay here till 4 in the morning, and however long I'll be here for.
maybe that's...
The video cuts after 4 hours.
Well, that's a relief, I suppose.
So there is the possibility of light at the end of the tunnel, but yeah.
Okay. Here's the axe that felled the tree, that sickly silver bird. And here is the hearth in which will burn the labours of our work, my long valley girls. You stoke the fire, and I'll till the earth, and we'll make a home here. We'll never grow old here, just me and my long valley girls. And I don't mind you fill my insides with carbon monoxide. I only breathe for you anyway, my long valley girls. Red eyes to the skies, looking for signs, mapping the lines between Leo and Taurus. Such adventure before us, my long valley girls. In the cathode ray glow of our regular shows, when I catch you smiling, it's like the planets aligning just for us, my long valley girls. And I don't mind when you fill my heart up with sugar and sawdust. It only beats for you anyway, my long valley girls. Oh, I sailed 7 seas, the clothesline is far enough for me. Then I'll, Ulysses, return to thee. For crying out loud, you made me so proud. I'll be put in the ground here, no humans allowed here, just me, my long valley girls.
So just like say thunderous applause,
yeah.
thunderous,
Asterisk,
thunderous,
thunderous.
asterisk, hashtag.
Yeah.
How much do you spend? Like, do songs just? Do you have to work and work and work at the lyrics, or do they just happen when they come?
I'm certainly not prolific. Sometimes they do just.
Because what you've got is this time. You've created so many songs rather than.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
Like, what I like is like the originality of some of the things. Like it's not like washing. Why did you get the washing line reference? Does that just
these things? It's
just kind of happen?
It's funny, isn't it? What sticks in your head, what little images and things. Well, you must get that as an artist. Those little images that I don't know, you found some sense of connection with. That's
what I like about singer-songwriters. That I don't know, it's that originality, because you can if you analyse like One Direction lyrics, it's just like girl, love me, you.
Oh yeah,
it's
I
great.
like that one.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But the sort of the word choice tends to be fairly predictable. It's the unpredictability of it.
I don't know. And you have there's things that I return to all the time lyrically. You have your own interests and things, don't you? You know.
Do you have like a really like that makes me wonder about the songs. I'm like, what interest? Like mini golf. Spot the references.
Yeah.
like, I didn't know why I had that image when you said that. Like your interest. Like I imagine you're having like some really weird hobbies.
I'm not a mini golf enthusiast.
And the references to them just kind of sneak into the. Don't know where I found that on the site. I guess because people overanalyze songwriters so much that you look at the lyrics and you try and guess everything about them.
I don't know. And there's
I should do that. I should go through your lyrics and
please don't, because
I should see if I can come up with like a whole profile of you, and then I'll ask. I should have really studied your lyrics before you came, and then I have a set of questions. I've assumed from this song that.
No, it'll all come unstuck. That's the thing about see. I do think there is a difference between poetry and lyric writing. Yeah, because
you said that you don't have a crossover, that you will either write poems.
Yeah. There isn't.
Or that you will write songs.
And I really like poetry with structure to it, as I said to you, which is totally against my personality, which I'm a man who thrives on lack of structure. But,
yeah, me too.
But yeah, I do. I like structure, but it can be
like sonnets and you know.
Yeah. And the sonnet's the best example because I think it's such a perfectly formed.
It works, and therefore you know it's going to work.
Yeah, and the connections that you can, because of the way the rhyme scheme works or the meter of it works, you can create all these different kind of It's like a constellation or something. You can create these connections between it.
It becomes like a game almost, doesn't it? Like a little puzzle or something.
Well, it's funny you say puzzle because see, whereas with my lyrics, I see more like a Rubik's Cube that someone's taken all the stickers off because they couldn't do it and put them on the right side and made it into something that's of no use and a really crass ornament. Like
someone came up, it was an author, and he said this thing recently. Yeah, writing is easy. You just sit and stare at a white piece of paper until blood forms on your forehead. Yeah. What a great quote!
Yeah, brilliant.
But and that really meant something to me because it's just like the amount of effort sometimes you just force your brain and then suddenly it's like it's solving all of these problems and all these different words are kind of joining up and they're making sense. But I think it can look from the outside like there's nothing going on, but there can be an awful lot of puzzle. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I see like the brains of writers and musicians working. Sometimes the brain just does something, and it's not like you're controlling the brain. It's just like, oh my god, it's like this little kind of internal robot just takes over and it finds all these little solutions for you. I wonder if anyone's listening to this. I hope not.
Do you force yourself to paint if you're not feeling it? Will you say, oh, I've got
sometimes it can be really shit. Yeah. when I do that, yeah, I think there's a lot. Have you ever done free writing?
Yeah, I used that for a little while
because it could be a good way to overcome the fear of the white page. And there's also a fear. There's a similar thing with painting, and because I do both, I see like the crossover between the both. It's what I say to people is just get rid of the white canvas, just get rid of it in the beginning. Just choose a colour, just cover it. Then that's done. And I guess that's a similar thing just by getting something on the page, even if it's just like a quick free write or something like that.
I think I'm a big advocate of that free write. I think
doesn't work for everyone though. Some people are just...
Well, and the other thing is, 90% of the time it's probably going to be nonsense, but
if you write for long enough, if you have 4 pages of writing after like 15 minutes of of doing it, you'll have a phrase or a word in there that you can use.
Quite right.
So, yeah. So I guess it could be a similar thing. So what I say when people are painting is do a painting, and if you hate it and you want to burn it and you want to destroy it, because canvases cost money more than a piece of paper when you're writing. So then take a photograph of it, file that photograph away somewhere, have a little album of pictures, and say it wasn't a failure of a painting. It was an experiment which led to this idea. From this, I learned not to do this ever again. Or from this, I learned that these two colours go really nicely together, or I learned how to create a texture by splashing paint on or something. There's always, but by just throwing it away and not keeping a record of it, it seems foolish to me, because then you're kind of saying, well, that was a waste of time, and then what you're gonna feel really discouraged. So by writing something, even if it wasn't successful, you can still have an idea from it that you can then carry forward into something else, or at least an idea of what not to write. So yeah, there's a lot, because again, I am ridiculously prolific with painting, and I do get not frustrated. I try to encourage artists to finish what they start. Finish what they start.
Yeah.
You see it with songwriters as well. It's like all of these kind of half-finished songs. Just finish it, even if it's not great. Just finish it.
I can give you plenty of them. I can do plenty of half-finished songs tonight.
But sometimes, some of those songs, there'll be some paintings that I've done and I thought they were finished. Like that owl there, was not quite happy with it. And I went back and I worked on it again, and now I'm happy with it. But maybe there's how many of those songs that you gave up on, you could like revisit and actually pull out a really good song from it, when previously you were thinking, oh, it's not great. Maybe it wasn't great because it wasn't finished. That's interesting, isn't it? If you look at all these new musicians that die and then there's half-finished songs that they leave behind.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I mean, Tupac's still
producing.
Still producing, yeah. What are we now? 21 years after his death, or whatever it might be.
Years.
And he's as prolific as he ever was.
It's not stopped being prolific. Wow, who was it the most prolific? It was Prince, wasn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, there's going to be a real wealth of material to come out of his estate.
But he was one of the most prolific writers, wasn't he, over there?
And how do you manage to sustain those levels of funkiness for like all that time?
How does he manage? This is a question for people. How did Prince sustain his levels of funkiness? I don't know. That was a lot, yeah. Some people, I just think, mental health and creativity, if you don't have some sort of an outlet, and who does have great mental health all the time? Like, no one I know.
It's what a fascinating correlation between those two.
Oh, God.
Especially someone like yourself who will go to a lot of these poetry nights. How often do you hear, here's a poem about mental health, here's a poem about my experiences of mental health? Almost every night,
and no
I
one
think
bats
you
an
can
eye.
guarantee.
No one bats
yeah.
Of course not, yeah. For me, my biggest question is what came first? It's that chicken and the egg.
Yeah.
That's my big question about it. Is it, do we have art because we're depressed, or are we depressed because we're artists?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it is interesting.
And I think it's kind of both at the same time, because I think being a creative means that what it comes down a lot to for me is this observation. Hypervigilance is a term for it, which means you're constantly taking in things, you're taking in people's emotions, you're observing. You know, look at observation. Observation is needed for comedy, it's needed for art, it's needed for songwriting, it's needed for poetry, acting. You know, most of the art forms comes from observation. And if you're taking in that much of the world, you're going to take in some things which are going to be uncomfortable as well. That's how I see it.
I mean, that all sounds very convincing. Very convincing.
Yeah,
I just think
I spend a lot of time thinking about.
There's got to be something rotten at the core of the workaday world. Do you know what I mean? These people are doing jobs that they don't want to do. People who aren't artists. People who don't have a creative outlet. People who should be artists, but they're shoehorned into this, this 9 to 5. I don't know. It's easy for me to speak, isn't it? Dosser.
No, but you were in that, weren't you, until very recently? Let's not talk about your private life.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to have the first toilet. Here's the first toilet.
Oh, don't tell anyone it's a toilet break. You could just be going...
It's the very first toilet. Let's keep track.
Should we make it into
if there's any doctors watching...
And then we'll have a tally about whether or not Kieran has an unusual amount of toilet breaks.
They can let me know if it's healthy.
You've turned what has been an issue, of possible embarrassment into basically comedy material.
Well... That's the least I could do.
It's the least you could do, it's great.
I'm okay.
You've turned your flaw into your strength, is what you've done. What could have been a source of embarrassment is now just, a source of greatness.
I'm okay just letting myself in and everything.
Yeah, just don't fall over. There's a step there, and then a step at the top.
Yeah, okay.
If you wave, the light comes on.
Thank you.
I should see if there's any comments. Isn't Kieran great, people? 25. Did he say 25? So young. That's his dad saying that they love him. Oh, lovely. Oh, from Jess. Hey, people. I need advice for my sheep painting as well. Tell me what I'm doing. Right, I'm still here. It's quiet. I love having people here to chat to. Isn't it fun? Makes a change from talking to myself. And also, if I need a toilet break, Kieran can entertain you guys. We can take it in turns. It's like shift work. Every time I paint, I push myself out of my comfort zone. I don't know how much of this background to keep or how much colour to add to these sheep or exactly what I'm doing. But it's just playing, isn't it? Creativity, giving myself permission just to experiment, see what happens. My idea for this painting is kind of colourful sheep. This was like the thinking behind it. Is we often have the black sheep and then the white sheep saying, oh, I feel like a black sheep. All the other sheep are white. I feel like a black sheep. What I wanted to do, whether or not it will happen, because paintings have minds of their own, is to kind of make this declaration that there aren't black and white sheep. All sheep have lots of colours. And you might think, okay, I'm the black sheep, everyone else is the white sheep. But I don't see people as white sheep. I see people as being diverse, colourful sheep. So if I feel, oh, I'm the black sheep, everyone else is normal, or everyone else is good at being a sheep, I'm not good at being a sheep, I actually think, what am I talking about? I actually think that all sheep are slightly bizarre and are incredibly interesting. Plus sheep just have such nice faces, don't they? Such nice faces. It's a shame painting over this background because I like that red, I like that drip, but hey, it's happening. Love, 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 love painting big canvases. So much more fun than a small canvas. I just can't sell as many because they're harder to post and obviously they're more expensive to produce. So I can't paint one this big every day, which is it's quite nice to save one for this little musical Friday session that I'm doing. I'm trying to save a big canvas every week for doing this. Sheep. Painting's so fun. What I just love is the constant chance with acrylic paints to correct myself. Just love that. I'm going to get up now and check the comments, and if no one's commented, it'll be a waste of time. So in about 5 seconds, I'm going to check the comments. Well, a bit longer. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds and I'll check the comments. So if people are commenting and they're getting frustrated that I'm not reading the comments, comment now and I'll come and read it. And I'll look really silly if I get there and there are no new comments. I'll just be like, sheep for a long time. I painted a few sheep that I really like. I painted one like in a cardigan, I think. It looked like it was wearing a knitted jumper. That was fun. But these ones aren't in knitted jumpers, they're just naturally beautiful without the aid of jumpers. I just told people that I was going to get up and read the comments, so they better comment. I don't think they have.
No.
And I said, you're going to embarrass me if I'm going to get up and check the comments. Was it your dad ages ago that asked for the Walt Disney song?
Yeah. Wow, we've lost him.
We didn't refresh it. 71 comments. There's a lot of interaction and stuff today, and there's not a lot of people watching, to be honest. I think it's going to be... It's hard to understand exactly what this page is saying, seeing as it's all in German. Oh, there we are. Kaylee says she's made loads of colourful sheep. They're the most fun to make.
Well, now you know.
Is that with your pottery, Kaylee? Oh no, there's loads of comments here. Pip says in Australia, morning, sheep are not so fun when they escape at 4 in the morning.
I imagine that is the case, yeah.
In Australia, it's quite a big country to be looking for sheep in.
It is, yeah.
Don't worry, you're making sense, said Kaylee. Oh, she loves the colour. Oh, look at that. Hey, Rose. Albert once wrote a song, A Tattoo of My Face. Thanks, Albert. Could you share that with us?
A tattoo of my face?
Yeah.
I thought Albert had non-sandwich.
Oh, Julian's watching. Hey, Julian. There's loads of comments here. My songwriting is often 4 pages of nonsense, said Julian. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
That would be great. You should just sing the 4 pages. Do a really,
Yeah,
Julian,
yeah,
if
I
you're
think
still
that's
watching, do a really long song. My aunt says that her granddaughter has a pet sheep called Sheepy.
Sheepy. That was the inspiration was strong that day, wasn't it? When Sheepy was made.
Yeah. Albert says some people count sheep. I count chickens.
Hopefully not before they've come home to roost, though.
Oh wow! Albert's got the best idea ever. Sheep. Put numbers on them. That way it seems like a dream.
Oh, wow.
I think Merle's missing some comments. Oh, Barb said, my husband is one of those that doesn't have much rhythm but loves to dance. It makes it hard to slow dance, kind of dancing with a burlap sack full of cats. Oh wow. Some great comments there that I've missed.
Do you just have to refresh it? It seems to be still...
There's loads of comments there. There we are. I've caught up with comments now. Thank you, people. Wait. You'd get bored. I've done a very quick song about a sheep dip inspired by your painting, of course. What?
Oh.
Have you really, Julian? Julian, have you really? Are you going to upload it to YouTube? And we're going to have another song. Julian's like
Julian is
the
prolific,
fame of
isn't
this.
he?
Julian is. I met Julian at a party a couple of years ago now. And I just wandered into the kitchen and he was singing a song about there being a cockroach in his curry. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw. Yeah. I saw. Well, I heard when you were.
Yeah, which was a song which has actually stuck in my head for years. And when we started watching, I was like, oh my god, that song was so good. And then he did us another one. I'm quite glad that you're here. So if I need a toilet break, you'll have to play a song like interval. We could give out ice creams.
Yeah, I had an ice cream today. First ice cream of the year.
Did you? Was it
I think it's still probably a little bit premature, to be honest, but I couldn't wait any longer.
So that first day of sunshine.
There was a really nice one this week.
Literally, the sun just came out from behind a cloud, and at that exact second, I heard the ice cream van.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
But they were like sitting there waiting. Is it going to come out? Is it going to come out?
These moments that you live for, isn't it?
Do you know ice cream vans? They're not. You know, I just feel that they're being pushy, trying to make. Imagine being a parent. Right, and then the kids hear that noise and they want ice cream. It's a bit. It reminds me of that guy in Chesterfield. It reminds me of that guy in Chesterfield who dresses as a statue and gives out lollipops to kids. Have you seen him?
I miss this guy. No.
Dresses as a statue. The kids walk past and he's like, and if they take the lollipop, you have to put money in.
Outrageous behaviour.
It is outrageous favourite?
I don't know that guy. Where's he?
Just outside the bakery normally. What's that nice? What's that nice potato Jackson's? A nice bakery.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about there. Yeah, but then I just have to walk past really quickly between the kids because the kids think, oh look, he's giving out free lollies that you then have to pay for, and you don't want kids to have. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I could have a rant.
It's a hard life.
I could have a rant. Right, we're gonna have to wait until Julian uploads his video about a sheep dip, inspired by the painting. Like a sheep dip.
Sheep dip.
Yeah, do you know what a sheep dip is?
No.
You don't. So like when sheep, but they have certain, there'll be ticks and different things that they could get in illnesses. So
Yes,
they have
yes.
to kind of wash them in water which has a chemical in it to clean them. So you put them through a sheep dip, and also it's probably to do with shearing them as well, and they need to have the. I don't know. Yeah. Why am I talking about this as if I'm an authority on this?
I was thinking
on the subject.
Sheep dip with breadsticks. That's what I said.
A bit like pate.
Yeah, yeah. Oh god.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Quite the town boy there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
quite funny. Right. Have you come back refreshed and ready for some more music?
More music. I'm gonna have to retune, I think. This is how new strings on the guitar just for this occasion.
Oh really?
How special
Wow,
is that?
what a
mate?
treat.
I know.
But what it is, people, it's not like, tuning. It's like they get the pleasure, like a backstage pass.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're offering them. It's not shoddy and lack of preparation. It's basically come backstage, candid, yeah.
Oh god, what riveting.
Drew refused to do it in front of people and went outside to tune or something like that.
That's professionalism, that, isn't it? You can't even.
Sheep have weird eyes.
I'm going to try with the harmonica as well. But
Oh yeah? You played the harmonica. You play the harmonica sometimes. Wow.
sometime we shall
Sort of
see.
feeling very Bob Dylan.
I know. You know what? I think.
But why? Just because he's the only one that did it.
I've been thinking recently. He has ruined the harmonica brace for people.
Why?
It's amazing when you go to like open mic nights and things.
They expect you to do Dylan, is it?
No, it's the funny thing with Dylan. He's got the reverence that he deserves.
You're not
And everyone
gonna diss
respects
Dylan, are
Dylan.
you?
Of course not. Of course not.
Just checking before
I
the
love
words come out of
Dylan.
your mouth, okay?
But it's funny the attitude of acoustic acts to Dylan, because everyone loves him because they ought to love him. He's the greatest.
Yeah.
But the amount of people you hear at open mic saying, "Oh no, it's someone else doing another bloody Dylan song," or "Oh, here comes another Bob Dylan wannabe," or.
Is that the thing that gets overdone? Bob Dylan?
I think so, yeah. So as soon
I don't
as-
go to that many open mics with. There are a lot of Dylan songs.
But I say bring them on, keep them coming.
I've
But
not heard a huge amount of people doing
some
Dylan.
people, I don't know. Maybe I've just made it up.
I don't think so. Some of these sheep, just look at this picture of the sheep. Look at that one there. They really stare at you, don't they?
I said I got it right from the
Right
first.
from that was what I'm trying to get a feeling of, intimidation, basically, coming across here. These sheep mean business.
This is I haven't mentioned it yet because I've actually been quite good. But how are we for swears?
Oh, I think we're fine for if it's a song, you don't want to censor it. It's after Watershed.
It's a big one now. In fact,
Maybe if it's big enough, maybe they don't have it in America and we'll be fine because mostly Americans watching. A lot of our swear words they don't have in America.
well, they've got this one alright.
And they've got this one.
You
I don't know. You choose.
I mean, it's going in. I'm hoping that I can remember this. I might struggle. The other thing with the harmonica brace, I feel that people might need warning, is sometimes there's some jowl action going on here that's a bit...
But real singers have jowl action.
You have to have the jowl action. Bear in mind.
You you're going to warn them. That's really funny. That's really funny that you would say, watch out for it. So now people will be like waiting.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to discourage.
Yeah.
I'll have a H, please, Bob, 'cause I've been missing my home. I've been suckling the teeth of a mother who isn't my own. I've been weaned from milk to kerosene, fooled by some copper-plated silver screen. I've got so many lovers, I can't help but feel alone. I heard a nightingale ape Verlin in Berkeley Square. She swore we'd meet again, but I don't know where. And some dastardly cunt turned the signs around, so I've been going the wrong way. I'm heading south for the White Cliffs. I pray a bluebird is meeting me there. And I won't leave the road unchained. And I won't steal the flame unchained. This love, like a light, remains. Carved in oracle bones, fate promised an honorable hand. But the ignorant fool built me upon foundations of sand. Between the earth and the stars, there's a blanket of sin. Cruelty prevailed, I was swallowed within. Now the lines on my palm forge a map of the lay of the land. And I won't leave the road unchained. And I won't steal the flame unchained. This love, like a light, remains. Woo, thunderous applause.
Woo, thunderous applause, hashtag.
I didn't need the harmonica there. That was a bit of a... Oh, well, you know.
I like the harmonica. I think
Yeah.
it was worth it for a little bit of harmonica. God, I really love your lyrics, honestly. There aren't that many modern songs that you can kind of listen to and kind of re-listen to and hear different things in the lyrics. Because I think I listen to like Paul Simon and people like that, and it's every single time you hear it, you spot new
Something
things.
new,
It's
yeah,
something
yeah.
new.
Oh, very true.
But but you've got a couple of layers and things going on there, like with the lyrics, which is really like was there a Vera Lynn reference?
Yeah. Funnily enough, the
You
reason
said something. I said, did he just say Vera Lynn? And then later on, it was like the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
wow,
fun, yeah,
he's
thanks,
kept it
Evelyn.
going.
Yeah,
He's
nice
kept it going.
one.
But you spot, that's the sort of little
No
thing
one's picked it. Yeah. No
that
one's
you will
ever-
that you will spot, and then you like listen to it again, you spot something else, which is like, oh my god, the layers. It's like the painting. Look at this, layers.
Layers, yeah.
Layers.
It all comes back, eh?
Yeah. I do this, I sit and I paint and I talk to people. It's like life. You can make a mistake as long as you acknowledge the mistake and you can keep working on it. And there's all of these parables and metaphors. But between music and art, how easy is that to spot those, spot those connections? I love it. But that's the thing, I don't think there's enough people who perform music. People be like, oh yeah, I want to be in a band, but they don't study the literature side of it. They'll study the, just the musical side and the performance side, which are both really important. But to be reading books and to be coming up with good narratives.
It depends what you want from it though as well, doesn't it? I mean.
Yeah, well, there's some songs which are just catchy and then you just have to, and you don't have to think about, but that's about me that I'm talking about, I guess, and my taste in things, because I'm not musical, but I do appreciate good lyrics, well thought out lyrics, because that's what I tend to lose myself in a song more with the lyrics than with. There's the mood of the song, of course.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
it's the person behind it as well for me.
I write those songs though because those are the only songs that I can.
That was Malcolm
can
back.
manage.
Has she just come back with Chris?
I didn't find the ginger.
You didn't find the ginger biscuits? They were like in the cupboard. Were they not there? Oh, maybe the kids have it in them. Did you find the trail of crumbs? Maybe there was a trail of crumbs, but she's bought
They
Chris.
cleaned up after themselves, but I found it.
Oh yes, thank you.
When Drew was here, he complained the whole time that there were no crisps.
I don't know if I just want to watch people sitting
Eat crisps?
watching me eat crisps.
No, that's what they're used to.
That's the thing though.
That's what they're used to with me.
But you don't know how I eat crisps. I've got a really disgusting way of eating crisps.
Really?
No, that's
now
not
they
true.
want to watch it. Pass me. Is that for you, Merle? Did you have some already?
Crisps.
No, I don't want any.
Crisps
So
everywhere.
I even crisps people. So I think they call them Lays in America, but this is what we call them. This is what we call them. Walkers. There we are. Education. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I did a painting class. My friend came around and I taught her to paint, and I had a YouTube star staying with me, a French girl, and she did loads of YouTube videos for it. Did this really high quality video of me teaching this girl to paint, but for some reason, digestive biscuits, again the weakness, there was a plate of them there, and in the beginning of the video I just started eating them, and I'm talking, we're here today with Leslie, we're doing this painting while I'm eating a biscuit, and all the comments on it were just, what were you eating? But eating and talking on a YouTube video, what was I thinking? So that's what I mean, they're used to it. You've seen the painting. Hey, I refreshed the video and loads of like comments and stuff popped up, so maybe you need to do that every now and then, Will.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah. Hey, Julian says he's written a song about sheep dip. Hope he's going to upload it, so we need to spot that. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? Only here when you get this weird combination of people, and I do have a habit of finding some really great people. I kind of collect people like you would collect records or something. I'm like, I like you, you're interesting. And then I file them away for future use. Like Julian, it's like, I know a guy that can write funny songs about cooperatives, and then it's like when I need him for writing a theme song, I'm like, oh, I've got the person.
Oh no.
So-
Lona said the sheep makes me feel homesick for Wales.
Who said that?
Lona.
Oh wow. Hey, whereabouts in Wales?
And Julian said sheep dip.
Is it with a link?
Yeah,
Does he have a link
simple
with
as
it?
that.
I
That's
think
all he needs to
so.
say. Sheep dip.
Maybe you could go on to Julian Homer on YouTube
Yeah,
and see what's come up.
he put a link there to his Facebook page.
If you do, what you have to do is hold your screen up to the to my camera so they can see him doing it. Oh, this is very, very exciting stuff. I don't know, all the different people that we meet, Karen, like, what was the name of the guy with the paintings? He was crazy. He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, Stuart Faulkner. Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
I'm not
I
quite
can't
sure.
find
What a talent he is,
anything
yeah.
sheep related.
But the mixing of art and comedy there.
Yeah.
I just like the idea that he would spend that amount of time on a painting just to get like the 2 second
I know, it's brilliant.
I just found that the best. Like the Jeremy Beagle on the guitar.
Yeah.
So there's this guy that we
Beatles,
saw
yeah,
doing
yeah.
some comedy, and he had, rather than the Beatles, the pyrography of the Beatles and his wooden guitar, it was the Beagles, old Jeremy
Beatles,
Beagle,
yeah.
who was a kind of a TV personality from England.
Yeah, how do you explain Jeremy Beadle to people? Jeez.
No idea.
Is it not coming up?
I mean, here's sheep dip and then a link.
No, no.
Here's-
Go to YouTube,
Okay.
put Julian Homer
Okay.
in YouTube, and then see if it finds his channel, and then we'll see his latest video will be the sheep dip one.
Yep. Got it.
We're on. Wow. He does not mess about, does he, Julian?
He doesn't.
Wow.
I think Julian, I think he's the sort of guy that could write 3 songs a day.
Yeah.
He uploaded one the other day called Bad Omelette. I think it was called Bad Omelette. Like he made a really bad omelette
Can you plug that in?
for his. Oh, is it going to reach? Are we running low on battery?
Yeah. The...
Okay. This is.
This looks like an accident waiting to happen, surely.
I know,
Surely.
I know, I know.
Okay. Are you ready?
Look, can you hold it up to
Yeah.
there? Hold. No, not the sound for the video, so they can see him. So if you stand up.
This is the one.
She's painting a sheep dip in mainly colours red and pink. She's painting a sheep dip, a cute painted sheep. Mainly colours of red and pink. She's painting a sheep dip. Oh, painting a sheep dip. Painting a sheep dip.
I can imagine his face.
Painting a sheep dip.
Wow!
Amazing.
That was just pure artistic genius. No, me and Karen, Julian, have been sitting here talking about lyrical mastery, and you just blew everything out of the water.
No.
It's lyrical genius. And you know, the melody, was it?
Beautiful, yeah.
You can use
Well, do you know
that.
like the Postman Pat song that always gets played?
Mm.
You know, I'll play Postman Pat. That could be, I think it's up there with Postman Pat,
Brilliant,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
You can use that as your end credit song.
It does sound like an end credit song.
I mean, when you come into your studio, you have your theme song. When you get out, you have the sheep dip.
I need to get my Fred shred back here, just the YouTube videos, and I think every YouTube video that she uploads for me would have that in the end credits.
I feel like I can't play anymore now. After the
There's no point.
after the shoot.
Do you know what? We feel now, Julian. Art, music, done. Done.
Yeah.
It's like music, songwriting. We keep writing, we keep painting, you keep writing because you're trying to come up with the perfect song. If you ever wrote the song that just was perfect, you'd probably have to stop. Now we feel like it's been done. Music's been done. What's the point?
Usually when you break your paintbrushes and hand them to Julian, I can't do it
It's
anymore.
discouraging. The guitar, you should smash the guitar now
Yeah.
in protest. Yeah. Absolutely terrible what Julian's done to us tonight. Ruined art for everyone.
That's the thanks he gets for creating that.
That's what you get. It's like, thank you very much,
Got that in my
Julian.
head now. It's quite catchy.
Yeah, that's going to be in our heads. Expecting you to. Yeah, this isn't it. You've created probably a real serious earworm. All those people watching this will be like, Julian, you have to watch every time I do a live painting, every Friday night. It's going to be, do you know you have a chat show or something? It has a format. If you watch Graham Norton, it's got the red chair on it. They have a
Every
certain-
time you're gonna have Julian's song.
So every time
So
I
a song
need to
from
have
Julian,
a
yeah.
song from Julian, an eating of crisps, because that's happened twice. As soon as something on the show happens twice, it has to keep on happening. That's the theme.
Right.
So he's now written a song twice.
I
We
mean,
can't
yeah,
stop that.
he's
We now need
he's
to add
brought
in-
it on himself there. You know.
This is our second show in which we've eaten crisps. Therefore, every show from now on needs to have crisps. Not potato chips, crisps, people, crisps. Educating the Americans. Oh, that's so good. Do you know when something's so good that you don't even laugh, you just go, ha? That's English humour, isn't it? It doesn't even, it's not like rolling around laughing,
Yeah.
but that's the deepest level of satisfaction that I can have with comedy is, for me, you know, to roll around crying with laughter. You know, that's good, but it's not as good as a, ha. Do you know what I mean? That sort of comedy. It hits you on such a deep level.
Yeah.
That, you know,
Speaks to something human.
Speaks to something, yeah. Did you ever watch The Detectorists?
I saw little bits there. I always
That's
wanted
what
to
that
watch
did.
that.
That's what that did for me. Watch it if you
I
like.
keep meaning to.
That
try
guy
it down,
can
actually.
script write. He can screenwrite. It was incredible. There was a joke that went on for like 6 episodes, and then the punchline came. You know, it was building up,
yeah.
but you didn't realise it was building up. The punchline came, and you just go, ha.
Yeah.
It was that good.
I do. I must. I've been meaning to track that show down.
No, you definitely recommend it. It's like 2 series now, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I just can't recover from that. I don't think there's any point you doing any more songs, really.
No.
We could just play it over and over again.
Yeah. I think it's the only option we've got, isn't it?
Has Julian commented or anything? Did he see us playing it?
I think he commented before. He said, "It's not deep, neither the lyrics or the sheep dip. It wasn't genius."
It wasn't. He said it wasn't. He said it wasn't genius.
Yeah.
So
It
modest
was
too.
genius. He's got it though, isn't he? Julian, it's the effortlessness of it. That's what gets you with Julian. It's just like, here's a song. Like you're just throwing them away. You know? Just got loads of them. It's just like bubbles. Just kind of off they go, into the world, release another one. So many more where that came from. Yeah, Julian. He needs to be... Someone said that about me once. They said they could just put me in a box and laugh at me. Which I didn't know if that was a compliment or what. But Julian is someone that I would say that about.
Put in a box and laugh at.
I could just put him in a box and laugh at him.
I mean, basically, you've got him in a box.
He is in a box.
And
I'm
you're
very
not
laughing
laughing.
at him.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
And so am I. I'm in a box and probably being laughed at by millions of people right now. So. Millions. You know what I mean? One day, I will be laughed at by lots of people.
That's ambition.
Yeah. Art and comedy. I'm going to be like the new Bob Ross. There's all these vacancies being filled. Yeah, Bob Ross died in the 90s, I think, and all these people. Cilla Black. I could add other things, other.
Thinking of combining Bob Ross and Cilla Black. What kind of...
But I could do anything, you
What kind
see.
of monster are you thinking of
I could
creating?
do like I could have people coming in. I could have musicians coming in and playing. I could have like people. I could have like blind date, but I have people like lined up, and then people have to vote. I could have this sort of like reality program happening. You know, I'm open to all ideas. I mean, I'll do anything, just to get, you know, just for kicks, just to not get bored while I'm painting. Really. Company. That's it. Anything. Don't leave me in this dark studio by myself, people. Oh dear. Right. I feel that we need a song. I feel I'm talking too much.
A song.
Yeah. Do they just keep coming, these
A
songs?
song we shall have. No, I mean, there's definitely a finite number on them.
There's a definite finite number.
But I can't think when that's going to come.
That's weird. I was able to click on this viewer thing, how many people are watching, and then it would open this thing where I could see all the comments, but
Just keep
Now it
refreshing
doesn't
it.
work.
Just keep refreshing it.
Yeah.
Just try to...
Furiously refreshing.
Furiously refreshing.
That'd be a good
Computers.
tagline for a tropical drink. Furiously refreshing.
It would, yeah.
let's open a bar.
Tropical rage, I'm thinking the name of the drink.
Tropical rage.
It has to be
Furiously
For men.
spicy.
For men.
That's what.
Something spicy.
Something
Just
with a bit
rage
of a
and
kick.
spicy.
Yeah. Or maybe like a bitter tangy kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's another one for the people at home, surely. Take that and run with it, please.
We have so many ideas for free. We give
Yeah.
people. You never know what you're going to say. Someone's going to go off and become a millionaire.
Okay,
I'm
so
off.
Those crisps are like a singer's kryptonite. The amount of crisp in
They
two.
are. They are. Crisp tonight.
Kryptonite, of course. How did I miss it? It was there.
This is where we just laugh at our own jokes. I love doing that. When I'm sitting here painting by myself, talking, and I'll just make a joke and laugh at it for ages.
I'm going to do a long, wordy one.
Oh, a long wordy one, brilliant.
Long and wordy.
Do they have titles, your songs?
I haven't said any titles, have I? This is called Painted Horses.
Can we change it to Painted Sheep?
Why? How am I missing them all? You can tell I'm tired. I must be tired.
I've got you back here, Kieran. I got you back. Don't actually change the lyrics. Your songs are too good to be messed with. But you could, if you want to, as you're listening to the song, anytime he says horse, you, in your mind, you can just insert the word sheep.
Please do. Alright. In the coffee shops of Amsterdam, full-blooded Anglo-Saxon men vomit and shout their slaves unto their culture, while in Burdown working men's club stands the only girl I have ever loved. She's draining suds from her husband's half of porter. I am wide-eyed, a lamb to the slaughter, in some piss-stained room of Boythorpe Road, talking in code down borrowed phones. All the rest is overload and I'm losing focus, till someone calls another round, and a short one more to wash it down. There's no need to be nervous now, we're in this together. It was so good for so long, nothing lasts forever. It was only once I'd return to my senses. Did I realize you were always at the center? We were all just painted horses going round. So the Arctic ceiling drips its stalactites, and the smoke crawls through the window into night. Once the priest delivers sacrament, the coroner scrawls accident will carry on. The world must keep on turning, till all that's left are souvenirs, the only proof you were ever here. And the loose change in my pocket is money for burning. God knows I feel old now, there's so much I'm still learning. Alone astride the carousel, rich tapestry or live in hell, the only constant is the changing of the seasons. But I believe in Hermann Hesse, in Gustav Klimt and Joan Baez. I believe we must be put in for a reason. I'd unlock the secrets, can't get the key in. It was only once I'd return to my senses. Did I realize you were always at the center? We were all just painted horses going round. And how shall I articulate such grief with the romance of a poet or the honor of a thief?
The things we treasure most we cannot keep. I miss you, old friend, but I will not weep. We begin again when we go to sleep.
Love it.
Done.
Thunderous.
Thunderous,
Thunderous, isn't it,
thunderous
people?
applause.
Thunderous. I'm just saying it rather than trying to clap with paint in my
Julian
hand.
said before you started your song, a proper musician now, and then I admire people like Kieran with a good voice and well thought out lyrics.
Oh, that's very sweet.
But
of you.
Kieran probably admires people like Julian
I
with,
certainly do, yeah.
with impulsive lyrics about sheep dips,
Mm.
to be honest. It's just two different things, isn't it? I love that Julian's watching again, that's great. Another great song. I don't like Painted Horses Going Round Like a Carousel, isn't it?
Mm.
I like the We Begin Again, it's like the circle of it. It's nice, you see, I get
Alright,
things.
alright, Emily.
Yeah, but you put things
Pulling
in
them
there.
apart.
You're putting them apart, not putting them apart. I'm observing, you see, I can't help but observe things. And sing the visual stuff. I'm like a very visual person. But it's a visual thing, isn't it, in writing as well, because it's the images.
Mm.
I like the stalactites with the ceiling. Was that song? That was that song, wasn't it?
That was that song, yeah.
I was thinking, was that before? Yeah. In the beginning.
I love the paperclip. You can use it as a hairpin. Look at that.
Do you know what I use those paper clips? I've used those paper clips before as. Wow, that looks
Wait,
good.
wait, wait.
Earrings. They make nice earrings. You could just wear it as earrings. It's just budget.
Like
Paper
that?
clips. Yeah, no, actually just thread it through.
Yeah, well, I can't do that. I have holeless ears.
You don't have your ears pierced. But, oh, perfect. A paperclip can be an earring for people who don't have their ears pierced. Like you could wear it too.
And I mean, no.
Smile and nod.
No, it's just
Smile and nod.
the wealth of knowledge that people
Yeah.
are invited to,
To contribute to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How it works. Now I can put something here.
Wow.
That's nice.
Do you know what?
It's a
Look,
game changer.
it looks good too. Some of these, I should give you a recap on some of the ground that we've covered in the live videos. I think one of my favourite things was the vegetables. So I had a game that I invented,
I heard you speaking about
which is
yeah,
Guess the
yeah.
Vegetable.
Mm.
So we had that one time, and that was great. And what other games have we had? Didn't Nicole come up with a different game? I can't
No,
remember.
we had the cheese puns.
Cheese puns. We had cheese puns for a while.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
then
remember that conversation actually. I must have
Sweet
wiped
Dreams
it.
lyrics with
I must
the
have wiped it
cheese.
from my memory.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah. Some conversations happen, and then to protect myself,
Yeah,
I erase
yeah.
all memory of them.
To stay sane.
No, so I probably don't worry about some of the content that I'm producing, to be honest. It's basically a similar thing to childbirth,
Right.
in that,
Do elaborate, Emily.
it is said that when women give birth, that they are then programmed to forget the pain of it.
Let's have
Because
another
if they
one.
weren't, they'll think that let's have another one, that was fine after it's happened. But, if women were able to remember how bad the pain was, they wouldn't want to go through it again. So therefore they're programmed to forget the pain. And it's a similar way with some of the conversations that I have here. My brain automatically forgets
So
them.
painful were the
So-
memories of those conversations.
So
When
I'm
you-
willing.
When you gave birth to Ty, did you think, well, that wasn't such a good idea after all?
Well, I've erased it, you see. I'm like, yeah, that was fine. That was fine. I did actually, I had both of my kids were home births, so they were had at home. We have no pain relief or anything, so I must have been slightly insane. Oliver was born in Holland. Oliver was born in Holland, in Haarlem, near Amsterdam. And Ty was born in Derby.
Right.
So the kids are like, for a while Ty thought that Derby was a foreign country because I think he wanted.
Well, I mean,
to be,
in some ways.
he wanted it to be as interesting and as exotic as his brother's place of birth. But I think he's going to get a bit mad when he gets older and realises that he's been hard slightly there. Yeah.
It depends on the spin you put on it, doesn't it?
Well, if we end up living in Holland,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like, what, you were born in Holland. That's born. You were born in Derby in England.
Wow.
Oh, that's, wow, exotic.
It's all about context.
It's all about context. Comparison. That's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing with Julian saying that about because people probably watch me painting and think, oh, I wish I could paint. But then some of the jobs that people do, some of the things that people, music and all these other things that I can't do, you're always kind of a bit in awe of something that is something that you can't do. And everyone says to me, like, when I swap things, I swap paintings for food normally, or holidays and different things like that. And people always say to me, well, I have nothing that I could swap. I was like, of course you do. Everyone's got something. Even if it's like good DIY skills.
Yeah, don't be down on the good DIY skills.
What
I've traded all my guitar playing for good DIY skills.
I know. My back door is really annoying me at the moment. I need someone to. Anyone wants to.
Oh right, that was a very specific. You knew what you were doing there.
Do you have DIY
Throwing out
skills?
good do I? Bollocks as well. No, I do not.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare this week just changing a toilet seat. By the end of it, my fingers were blistered and sweat was pouring off me.
Wow. But did it work in the end?
Oh yeah.
I
mean, it's a quality toilet seat we got on there now. Believe it. Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Yeah, don't advertise it. You got people queuing up outside.
Yeah.
Hey, I do like little link stories. You say something and then you find like the tenuous link. Link. When I first went to Argentina, I was hanging out with all these kind of kids, kind of pre-adolescents, and they were like, oh, you're from England, great. And that's where I was from, and I lived near Manchester at the time. So I was from Manchester. Oh, what's Manchester like? Oh, and I just, when people are a bit kind of naive and you take advantage, I kind of did that. It was a bit wrong.
Oh, right.
I told them I had the only toilet in Manchester.
Right.
I don't know why. What possessed me
These
to say
things come
that?
to you, I know.
And I said there's always people queuing up outside my house wanting to use the toilet. And I just wanted to test how much they would believe and how many. Isn't it? It's a bit cruel.
It is strange how the compulsion to do that,
but
very relatable.
But with jokes, with jokes and you play the long game.
Yeah.
Maybe in 20 years, one of them will again meet someone else from Manchester and will be.
Did you ever use that toilet?
Did you ever use that toilet? Wouldn't that be great if that happened? But just the imagining that could happen was was satisfying for me. I'm slightly disturbed, aren't I? I should really.
I think it's
I should
normal.
find better hobbies. I should find better hobbies.
But maybe they wouldn't be as funny.
I don't know. There's something to be said for entertaining yourself. You can have a conversation with someone. You ever have conversations with people, and it just goes over their heads, and you're thinking, this audience is wrong for this conversation, but you keep on having the conversation anyway, and you're like, wow, there's comedy value in it for me at least. I mean, no, I don't know. I do try to keep my conversations appropriate to the audience, but occasionally
that's very considerate of you.
Occasionally you make mistakes. You can wrongly assume that you understand someone or that someone understands you, and you can realise halfway through the conversation that they really don't. But you just keep going anyway because I've started now. I'm just going to keep going. I'm giving away too much information about how my mind works, aren't I? Okay, stop talking. Psst. They can just watch you holding the guitar and me painting. That's fine.
What about any poetry from yourself now?
You want to read a poem, Will?
Tempted?
Yeah, if I have so many.
I'm not reading any poems. They hear me talk too much.
See if I find one.
I know. How about a poem with gentle strumming? That would be good. Why don't you do that?
You're saying it's going to be good, Emily. And it might not be good. I might completely destroy.
Why don't you bring your guitar to a poetry event and just provide backing music?
No, sometimes I don't know what.
Do you ever want to do that?
No, I haven't ever wanted to do that. No, I don't know if I'm tempted now either.
It's just my mind, isn't it? I can imagine that working. You could be, set the pace to it, build tension and emotion.
Yeah. You can
have people weeping.
You
can have people weeping. It could be almost like an evangelical church. I've been in those churches.
The power to bring people to tears.
I felt what I thought was the Holy Spirit, and I suppose it's just really good guitar strumming.
Mm. The Holy Spirit.
Any more comments we've missed there, Mel? You're looking for your poem.
Yeah, I have too much German stuff on there.
We like German poems. It will help us with our learn German.
No more comments.
No more comments.
No comment.
No comment.
Angry sheep.
Do you have any of those words that, like a favourite?
Favourite words?
A favourite word in one of those untranslatable words. I'm thinking
in
the example
languages.
people always use is Schadenfreude, isn't it? But
What's that mean?
That's like taking pleasure in other people's misfortune.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Right.
It's amazing.
I never heard of that. What a good word.
But there's so many.
Is that
of
a German
them.
word that's very appropriate to German culture? Taking pleasure in other people's misfortune.
But my favourite one is another German word. Maybe I've never asked a German though about it. Torschlusspanik. Is that the word? And it means like fear of the gate closing.
Yeah.
But more broadly, it's kind of used to mean fear that life's passed you by, like a missed opportunity.
I was on a train recently. I was trying to get off, and the door didn't open.
Right.
That's a fear of the gate closing. That would be a fear
That's
of the
fear
gate.
of the gate
Fear of the
not
gate not
opening.
opening. That's the exact opposite of what you're talking about. That's funny. Wow, I love that for a German word. Fear of being left out of something, I guess that one is. There's a Dutch word which is gezellig, which means homely and cosy. Oh, that's very gezellig. Kind of warm and nice.
Warm, yeah.
Which represents, again, those words do say a lot about cultures, because there's something about Dutch culture which is, for example, they don't shut their curtains at night. They leave their houses kind of open because they're very proud of creating that lovely homely space. So Portuguese I can think of saudade, which means like a deep longing and a missing of something. It's kind of a missing and a longing which is very heartfelt, very deep.
And what's the word again?
Saudade. So there's different words in different languages that really aren't. But I wonder what our English ones are.
What do you call like an alleyway?
I would just call it an alleyway.
Would you say? See, I'd say
I'd call it a
jitty.
passage. I'd call it a passage between two houses, or jitty, and there's a ginnel.
Yeah, ginnel, gennel. I don't know.
I've
But
not heard
jitty,
of
I
that
think, is
before.
really local.
Is it? I would
think
say a
it's
jitty would be more of a. Reminds me for some reason of sailors. Like a
That's
sea
a
sailor.
jetty,
Oh,
isn't
that's a
it?
jetty.
You're thinking of,
Jitty.
I think.
No,
I don't
jitty.
know. I don't know. Oh God, what is it? I don't know. We're off.
So I can think of a song with the word jitty in it, but I can't remember what the song is. Oh, God. So can you think of any of those German words, Mel?
I don't know about German, but I know about Swedish.
There
They
we are.
have
You've not said it, but
this word that you can't really translate, and it's lagom. And it's when something's exactly right, but not too right, not too wrong, not too warm, not too cold. It's exactly right, and they use lagom.
Is that the name of a film? Is there a film called?
Maybe.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
And again, but it is, if you think about Swedish culture, places like IKEA, like...
How many plugs is IKEA going to get?
But it's that sort of design which isn't more or less than what it needs, it's just the amount that it needs.
Oh, that's very true. That's
to IKEA, yeah. And that is basically what IKEA... Because again, this is what the only reference I've got to Swedish culture. Terrible as that might be. But there's something about that, isn't it? So maybe that is a word, maybe that's how they live, in that very... Logom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Petting a sheep's bottom now.
We've all been there, right?
Sounds bad.
Have you got something for us?
Yeah.
Shall we do the old switcheroo?
Did you say you had any? Did you say you didn't bring any
You got
poems?
a German
Did you bring
one.
poems?
No, I mean I don't know about poems. My poems.
Your poems are great.
I'm moving out of the way. I can feel.
You're having a break from the spotlight.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna enjoy that comfy chair. I think.
Yeah. We did provide you with a cushion though. That was Drew was complaining about the cushion.
I wasn't complaining or anything.
I was thinking maybe I should get an armchair. I should invest in in a couch, like from a proper chat show, like a proper couch, like a white leather couch or something.
But where would you put it?
Like on top of the table.
that would be. But how do you do it with the camera?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's ways. Maybe in the summer we could go and sit by the lake and do this or something. That would be quite cool, right? I wonder if we can do Facebook Live. I'd have to find a different, figure it out with how you would do it without Wi-Fi. It would have to be by somewhere with Wi-Fi. I kind of like the idea of painting outdoors with people there, then they get a nice view of some English countryside.
I'm really sorry. I'm very keen to hear. I need to go for the next toilet break.
Is it the next toilet break?
It's that time. That time, guys.
People can tell you whether you're having. Yeah, it depends how much
I
you're drinking though.
I think, quite a
I've
lot.
had a coffee and a half and a lot of water.
A lot of water. I need to keep it all,
I'm keeping a list.
yeah. Well, it sounds like there's lots of them out there
If
now.
you can note down how much he's drinking, if it's a healthy amount of toilet breaks or not.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You started it.
I did, I know.
Oh, bless him. Hey, can you check the comments before you read as well, because we're going to look up. Just in case someone's writing and then they're waiting for us to reply.
Facebook is recommending all those racist bullshit pages.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
they're coming up as recommended for you.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just maybe Facebook thinks you're a racist.
But I like all those pages that are anti-racism.
Maybe it says you're interested in racism. Here's some links you might enjoy.
I don't want to like Björn Höcke or the AfD or.
Is that what it's suggesting for you?
Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it? Facebook, get your act together.
Or concerned citizens stuff.
That's funny.
No more comments. Unless Facebook is keeping them from me. For some reason.
You have to be careful not to talk about politics in front of Facebook, to be honest. You never know.
So...
How long have I been painting for? What time did we start? Like 9? I think it was before 9. It was supposed to be before 9. 9, 10, 11. 2 hours and a bit maybe. It's fun to paint sheep. Do they look like they're colourful sheep, or do they look like they're sheep in colourful light? Because I was originally trying to paint colourful sheep. They kind of look, yeah. So that could add layers of questions to it. Is she painting sheep that are colourful, or is it the way that I'm seeing the sheep? Are people more interesting than just being black and white sheep? Or is it just the way that I see the people that makes them interesting? Hey, I could write a paper on this.
You should.
Should, right? I wanted to add some yellow colours in the foreground, so I'm adding this kind of ochre colour because I didn't want to add too much just bright yellow. Is that you?
No.
Can you see how many shares the video's had? I think we should launch.
12.
I think we should launch. Share it, people. I think we should launch Kieran's music career.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now 13 shares.
That's good. I think people should. I want to be able to say to people, come and play music in my studio. That's what happened to Kieran, and now he's on the television every night. And that's what happens.
He's got his own channel.
He's got his own TV channel and his own stadium. And that's what I can offer to people who come and play in my studio. There is a lady called Kate Fox, if anyone wants to Google her, who is a comedian and a poet. She's brilliant, and she was on Radio 4 this morning reading one of her poems, and she has already agreed to come and read her poems in the studio, so there you go. But that's the other way. That's people who are already have a little bit of fame coming to my studio. I would like it the other way around as well. I would like people with no previous experience on the radio to go from my studio to the radio. But okay, if it happens the other way, that's still something. Right? Is that your phone buzzing?
No, I've got my
What is
phone
it then?
in the living room.
Maybe it's Karen's phone.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe that's Hollywood calling him.
Yeah, and he's missing the calls.
Oh man,
It's a shame.
it's a shame. I once got a phone call from Kerrang. Oh, you don't have Kerrang. I think it's quite an English thing.
What's that?
It's like kind of a metal magazine and radio station, because they wanted to use my picture of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Have I told you that
What
story?
for?
For their magazine. They asked how much I wanted for my photograph of the Archbishop, and I wasn't sure if that made me cool, the fact that I have my name in Kerrang and I had a cheque from Kerrang, or if the fact that the picture was of the Archbishop of Canterbury, if that made me less down with the kids. I don't know.
So, German or English?
Do one of each.
Okay.
I love hearing things in languages. I tried to teach myself some German, but I didn't get very far. We're going to have some German. We'll have some German first, and then some English.
Wonderful.
I like your bag. It's very
Thank you.
colourful. Does it have a jungle on it?
Yeah, it's the Jungle Book.
Is it the Jungle Book?
It is the Jungle Book, yeah. In my opinion, I keep doing that.
I'm always, the floor's a bit squeaky. I'm always looking for the perfect bag. But I think you've got it, haven't you?
My favourite of the animated Disneys, I must say, the Jungle Book.
Wow.
Any advances? I don't think so.
Well, musically,
Musically, yeah.
Got some
it's
good numbers.
Swinging, brilliant, yeah.
I have to agree with you.
Never watched it.
You never watched it?
No.
That was a Louis Armstrong. Is it Louis Armstrong? Is it?
Louis Prima, that's the plays King Louis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're missing out. Brilliant, yeah. It's like it's swinging.
Should we just stop and then just
I
go and
mean,
watch that? We should do, really. Well then, give us a poem.
Okay, it's called Freiheit, which translates to freedom.
Don't worry about translating it though into English afterwards. We're just going to enjoy listening to the words in German. That's going to be good.
Okay, here we go. Freiheit ist ein schönes Wort und dennoch nur ein Wort. Freiheit ist abstrakte Kunst, mal schwarz, mal weiß, mal bunt. Freiheit ist der feine Pinselstrich im groben Gemälde der Realität. Freiheit ist gefangen in unseren Träumen, denn nur wer träumt, ist frei. Oder nur wer frei ist, träumt. Freiheit ist ein schweres Wort, das sich nur selten buchstabieren lässt. Freiheit ist ein Ozean ohne Grund, ist Tintenfass und Feder, ein Himmel ohne Horizont. Freiheit ist weder Wirklichkeit noch Illusion. ist Sommerwolken oder tiefe Gruft. Freiheit ist, ich weiß nicht was, vielleicht der Adler überm Berg, die Möwe überm Meer, eine Träne im Regensturm, ein Lachen im Winterwald, vielleicht ein Gefühl, vielleicht ein Ding und dennoch nur ein Wort.
Any questions, Kieran?
Well, I mean, it was like we were teased knowing that Freiheit means freedom, and there was freedom is, but I don't know what it is because I don't speak the language.
That's exactly what the poem is about.
Oh,
yeah.
well, so it,
What does frei mean? Free.
Free.
Ah.
So yeah, I know that freedom is something, but I
Yeah.
don't know what.
That's it.
Oh well, there we go. Nothing was lost in translation after all.
Nothing was lost in translation after all.
It's just a word and we don't know what it means exactly.
Isn't that funny that you managed to pick that up? You just had a really good, what's the word, discussion on the poem in German. Hit the nail on the head. Top of the class. That's brilliant. That's really funny. We got one in English.
Yeah.
I bet we can't analyse it as well as Kieran just did with the other one.
But that's actually quite funny because I think it was we did this internship thing and at some point I didn't have anything to do anymore and a friend of mine was doing the internship at the same company and we just started writing emails to each other with prompts for poems or just simple tasks, and I think it was then when I came up with that. It's okay. Burn down reality, hoist the fog-made sails, set course for the horizon, sail over the silver blue satin sea. Dive into the darkness of your dreams, leave ashes and ruins behind, fly from reality. The world is not as it seems. Do not fear your imagination, embrace it, drown in it. Welcome your visions and dance in the phoenix fires of liberation.
Oh yes,
That's beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. It's very Ginsberg-esque now. That's.
Let's say Ginsberg.
Yeah.
But that was before I even heard of Ginsberg.
Ah, it was already
Maybe-
there though.
maybe it's fake.
It's all there in the ether. That's it.
That's it.
I
He
strongly.
puts it out and it's there.
I believe that. I strongly believe that it's. Well, Nietzsche called it the eternal return, didn't he? Although he didn't quite mean it in the same way. But Klimt was a big fan of it, and when you look at Klimt's paintings,
You should have referenced the clip to yourself, didn't you?
yeah, you see all like. You notice all these kind of little flecks. It looks like pollen almost.
Yeah.
And the idea is it's all this creativity that's in the ether, just waiting to be
Wow.
plucked. You know what I mean?
That's
Amazing.
amazing.
That's
really
what
good.
That's how I.
It's
see
all
it
already
anyway.
there. You just have to harvest it.
Yeah.
But that's what it feels like. There's no. Sometimes people can praise you for the ideas that you come up with and songs. It's well, the ideas just came to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, there was Noel Gallagher said something. He was on Desert Island Discs, I think Noel Gallagher was, and he said something really insightful along the same lines, but I can't remember what it was. And I was like, wow. So when such insight comes from someone like Noel Gallagher, I was just like,
Oh
this
no,
is amazing.
he's brilliant for a soundbite or two.
Yeah,
Noel Gallagher, isn't he?
yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah, very. And no, before you'd read Ginsberg or Walt Whitman, I thought as well. But he's. I guess Ginsberg took a lot from him anyway.
He did. Yeah, any more, Mel?
Maybe.
You're on the hot seat now, you see. If not, I could do some poems, but someone would have to carry on with the painting. That could be fun, right?
You said maybe then. Have you got any more? Maybe. And I heard I'm on eBay.
I'm on eBay.
I just thought you thought. Oh no! I just thought something I really want. Like.
I'm
That
just
would be
buying
really-
a poem. Wait a second.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on eBay. I'm like that with eBay. There's someone will start talking about something, like you talk about your bag or something like that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, let's have a quick look.
I could just do the Emma
It's eBay so
Lazarus
easy.
thing poem. My rewritten version of the new Colossus. I think can't do that. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our blood-washed matter gates once stood a mighty woman, now struck to the ground, with a torch whose flame is a lonely spark, and her name, Mother of Exiles. Her broken hands now in shackles lie, her dying eyes droop with tears. As ghastly creatures rise, with bullet holes for eyes, keep your world, your liberty, cries she with cut-out tongue. Keep your poor, the beasts reply, your huddled masters yearning to breathe free. The tired and oppressed refuse of the teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest tossed away. I build a wall around the golden door. After we spoke about not talking about politics on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fine.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I think there's something about my sort of taste in literature and, you know, music and things can be quite what people think, oh, it's depressing or it's dark. And like Mel's poems are always quite just kind of like, you know, straight to the heart of the matter, and she, you know, doesn't mind something that some people might think they were depressing subjects. And Mel's actually quite a chirpy person. But how I see it is it's just reality and facing reality. And how can facing reality be a depressing, dark thing? Because it's just truth, isn't it?
But truth can be really just
when people are keeping things, my worst song that I really hate it, and I don't know why. What's that? I don't even know who it's by. That happy song, because I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, Pharrell, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that too.
I hate
absolutely hate it. I get so aggressive.
I get aggressive.
Thank you.
But there's something about it which is like, oh, we keep things on this kind of happy level. And
Maybe
you said that
that's
to
what
my
it's
face didn't you, about happiness. It's like forced happiness, and
It's
I
horrible.
don't find that kind of forced happiness happy. I find it just makes me angry for some reason. But when someone is just being like, oh, life's a bit shit, or my day's been a bit shit, I find that kind of strangely comforting, because at least they're not pretending that it isn't. That's my, I don't know, my excuse. It kind of has eyelashes, that one.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got hair as well. It looks like that's
I
not
like
behind.
it.
It looks like it's not like the... There is a duck on the Lido that looks exactly like Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the hair.
Yeah. I've seen some Donald Trump ducks myself.
Hashtag Donald
actually.
Trump. Hashtag Donald Duck.
Donald
Quite a
Duck.
good one.
Yeah.
I missed that
of course,
hashtag in the
yeah.
beginning. It's pretty angry with myself. It's like that's quite a hashtag to miss, isn't it? Hashtag Trump Duck. I missed the hashtag Donald Duck. Someone has to point it out to me.
Hashtag Trump duck. Oh, mercy. I don't know.
Oh dear. Politics, schmolitics. I think we need to digest some of the politics through the lens of funny animals.
Maybe.
In order to make it slightly more palatable.
Mm.
Maybe we can refilm The Birds by the Hitchcock film with
Ducks.
instead
Trump
of
ducks.
seagulls with Trump ducks.
Yeah. The symbolism is just
Wow,
there. It's
I
there for
could
the taking,
take
isn't
that.
it?
The apocalypse.
Yeah. And who would be Tippi Hedren's character? Well, Clinton. You want Clinton there getting
That's amazing. You have Clinton
Clinton.
like that,
Hillary
Yeah,
Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
and then all the Trump
And the
ducks
Trump duck.
flying at her.
That
I don't
almost
know.
feels
Is
like...
it a bit old hat
Do you know
now?
what? I've not seen that movie for a long time. I can't remember how it ended. Did it end in a positive way?
I
You
mean,
know?
Because I wouldn't want to declare, you know...
I think the birds go in the end, but they've devastated the town, haven't they? And all the school children, they're running away.
I'm thinking...
Just think,
Are you
oh,
thinking
I
maybe
must watch
that,
the birds.
that my paintings are a little bit, considering the current political climate, are a little bit too cheerful? Maybe I could add some of these ideas. Right?
Oops.
That's quite a good...
Yeah.
That's quite a good idea. So you see these sheep kind of swarming around someone. In a similar way, I could do the...
Well, and that's it with the evil in their eyes. They're just like the Republican supporters, blindly following.
I saw this.
Or maybe it's just a really lovely, colourful picture of sheep.
You just never know with me.
You don't, do you? Yeah.
You never
I
know
saw
what I
this
mean.
thing on the internet. If you, you know, you have all those pictures of Jesus, you know, his birth with all the people there and all the animals, and somebody was like, well, if we take out all the foreign people from an American point of view, then we're left with a bunch of sheep blindly following a jackass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
beautiful.
it.
Check the comments again, just in case if there is a comment, and then we like.
Yeah, I mean.
Sometimes the comment can be so far behind that we're then trying to link it. What did they mean?
I mean, maybe I'm constantly refreshing the page, but maybe either there's no comment or
You're doing something really
People
bad.
have been so.
So either there's no comment,
And we
or
just check here, just to check this.
Facebook is doing weird
Maybe
stuff.
it's censoring some of your content. There.
I think people are just so overwhelmed by the truth bombs that have been dropped on them tonight that they can't think of any possible retort.
Oh.
Let's just take this as silent agreement.
Yeah.
I get distracted now looking at pictures of my neighbour's baby that she's just taken home.
Oh, I haven't seen
Look.
any.
Look at that baby. Look. Sorry.
You could paint the baby.
I could paint the baby. That's lovely.
Do you want to get back
Oh, look
on
at
the
that.
throne of
There's me on the
creativity?
The
television.
throne of creativity. I mean, with a name like that does make it sound appealing, but I'm in no rush. Heavy lies the crown of the person sitting on the throne of creativity.
No, I don't think
I
we're
love
on the
that
comments.
monologue.
I think the people who are watching are those kind of quiet
Heavy
people.
lies
who
the
speak
head,
quite
Yeah,
where's
yeah.
the crown? I knew it by heart, but can't remember.
What is good for me, well, sometimes I take a photograph of what I'm doing and I look at the screen smaller, because by looking at that, I'm so close into this painting, I don't actually see what I'm doing. But if I might just use this, I'll sit here for a bit and wait till my head moves. So I can actually see, it gives me a sense of, look at that, you see the delay. Just not move my head. There we are, I've moved my head.
What time is it? What time?
It's 11.
11:30.
Do you have a curfew?
I mean, I'm tired.
You got a long day tomorrow?
To a wedding in Leeds tomorrow, actually.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Should we have a shout out? Should we have a quick shout out there for the bride and the groom?
People,
You don't know them? I'm sure it's going to be great.
Kelly and Mark, I think.
Quick shout out to Kelly and Mark. He thinks that's what you're called. That's terrible.
Oh,
That's like the worst shout
well,
out
I
ever.
didn't expect to be asked about it, did I? To follow up.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. You could dedicate a song to them to make up for it.
They don't want my songs.
They don't want your songs?
No.
Imagine you getting invited to a wedding and not being the main musical act of the night. Do they have other musicians?
I don't know what.
You don't know.
I don't know
what's
if
gonna
you're.
happen.
I don't know if you're getting the message that I'm sending here, Emily. But I don't know much about this wedding that I'm going to tomorrow. I just know that I'm going to it.
Should I ask more questions about the wedding?
Please.
Oh God, my evil nature's coming out. I'm sorry. Oh God. Right. It's quite nice. We have an audience of quiet people watching. So sometimes sometimes when people are quiet, I start sharing more personal things and just hoping that they're not anyone.
I mean, that's the real interview technique, isn't it? Just remain silent long enough that it all comes out.
It's the waiting game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like hunting, like fishing. Just wait.
It's still look at that. That's the pages.
That it's telling you to lie.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Well, maybe they're paying money. Maybe they're paying money to Facebook to get their pages promoted. Facebook should be careful what it promotes, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Facebook.
I don't want to follow any fashion.
But we shouldn't say anything nasty about Facebook. Seeing as that they're
There'll be
sharing
a
our
knock on the
video.
door.
Facebook is very nice and
There you
great
go.
and
Facebook's lovely, and
Yeah.
I'm very glad that it gives me this possibility to connect with so many people. There we are. Which sheep is this? So many sheep. They all have their own personalities. It's lovely.
you could hide a Facebook sign somewhere in there and dedicate it to Mark Zuckerberg. Maybe then they let you play music, whatever music it is.
Careful what I say. There we are. Plus, I can't say too much about. I'd say bad things about Facebook when I'm obviously making a living because of it. So just gratitude, really. It's funny analysing my life if I sit back too much. So I'm painting colourful sheep while people watch me. Did I think this would be how it would turn out? You know, when I envisioned my future, did I think there's a career in that?
It's hypnotic watching it all come together from this seat.
It's quite relaxing, isn't it? Do you know what I believe with careers? You were talking before about people in 9 to 5 and the need for creativity and all of that stuff. What I tend to say to people is that sometimes they think there isn't a job for them. So for me, obviously I like painting and I quite enjoy people and talking to people as well. So for many years I'm painting in the studio by myself, basically no human contact, no contact at all with the outside world for several years. It got very bad, Karen. It got bad to the extent, you know, the postman would come round and I would grab hold of his arm and I would just say, tell me of the outside world. Is there news? You know, it got like that. So like now that I've found with things like Facebook Live and just things with Facebook and people commenting and me being able to make friends with people when they buy paintings and people coming around to the studio, it's made it so I've combined those things that I like, if I like art and I like painting, but I think there's other ways to do that. If you like golf and you like children, then you teach golf to children. 2 golf references today.
I know, I wasn't going to say it myself.
Don't know why, but I think there's, in that sense, I think there's a job for, you can create your own kind of designer job.
I mean, it'd certainly be ideal if it was that way, but without wishing to get political, I don't know if the current climate allows people like that to do the thing that they want to do.
Do the thing that they want to do, but yeah, you have to be quite tenacious about it.
But I mean, if loads of people who want to do stuff just would get out there and do the things they want to do,
it'd be a wonderful world that we lived in.
You do wonder if everyone just gave up on the 9 to 5 and thought, I want to follow my dreams, if, you know, there wouldn't be any food shops open, or no, I think there would be, because people are passionate about cooking and passionate about starting their own business with things. I don't know. I like to think that, yes, I like to think that if everyone followed their dreams and did exactly what they wanted, that the world would function successfully. But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Maybe that's not.
Are we starting a revolution here?
I think we might be.
I get the feeling that
I think we might be.
A creative revolution.
Yeah. You know, you look at the Renaissance. You look at all those great painters and how they. When did it start?
If only they'd have had Facebook Live. I'm
going to tell you when it started. You know, all of those people. They went down to who was there? I don't know, Klimt and whatever. They all went down to a studio one night, put Facebook Live on, bottom of the garden. Started talking to people in America. Started talking to people called Albert in California. Gave them some radical ideas about mice in little hats.
Every revolution needs an Albert.
Every revolution needs an Albert. Get that on a t-shirt.
You know,
surely that's his next song. Oh no, sorry, it's Julian that mixed him up with.
Yeah, that's Albert. Sorry, they're the 2 stars of the show, really.
Yeah.
Now I really want to have a t-shirt saying that.
Every revolution needs an Albert.
Yeah. And some really crazy picture.
Some really crazy picture.
You could paint a really crazy picture, like a drunk mouse wearing a sombrero, playing on a stale baguette ocarina.
Yeah.
And then we print that on a t-shirt, put the slogan on there and sell it, and you become a millionaire overnight.
You just have to double check beforehand that there's no major fascist revolution that's been started by any Alberts throughout history.
Oh, there will be. Einstein is the only Albert I can think of, and that's pretty good.
Famous Alberts.
Albert Dictator.
Brave
No one's going to call a dictator Albert, surely.
What if they pronounce it Albert? That's a bit more
Dictatorish.
dictatorial, yeah. Dictatorial.
There's going to be a really obvious one that we've all forgotten, isn't there? The things that we have to Google during these conversations. I don't know why.
This is the longest bag of crisps that's ever lasted
It
me.
really is a long bag of crisps. How are you doing
I
that?
know. I can't believe my own willpower.
Like mine about 3 seconds.
I googled Albert and fascist and
There is
This
no...
is why Facebook gives you these site suggestions.
yeah.
maybe, but
There
it
is no
just
fascist
said,
Albert.
Albert Einstein letter to the New York Times, December the 4th, 1948. Fascist trends in the United States from the Albert and Vera something. Fascist activities, Albert Hall meeting. Quotes about fascism. But
I think we're
it has
safe.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
There are no major dictators called Albert, apparently.
Albert Camus, The Plague,
Oh,
A
what?
Story for Our and All Times.
Of
The
course.
fascist plague that inspired the novel may have gone about 55 years, something, kept their word as close to the subject of death as did Albert Camus. Political views of Albert Einstein. Yeah, I think.
What were his political views?
He left Germany, didn't he? He
Yeah.
fled the fleet
And
persecution.
he had something to do with the atomic bomb, but then later he warned everyone against it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty safe with Albert, aren't we?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing someone so theoretically intelligent being so emotionally intelligent as well? I usually... I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing to say. Let's have a song.
No, it's not. I don't know. Sometimes we make generalisations about people. Someone... It is unusual because the people who I know who are that intelligent, you tend to take that intelligence from somewhere else. You don't tend to be people that can relate easily to people. If you are someone who is that well-rounded with everything... Like, for example, it's the same thing as you in the DIY, really. If you were really good at mending doors, probably your songwriting skills would just go downhill.
Yeah, maybe.
That's interesting. I found this article. We need Albert Einstein's political ideas now more than ever. One of Einstein's most important views of the world that stayed with him throughout his life: internationalism and the connectedness of all humans.
We're going to go home and read about Einstein, aren't we? Have you got an should I call this sheep Einstein? Have you got an
Yes.
Einstein-related song?
You should have given me a brief beforehand. You wanted all the...
I need to work harder, really, don't I? Studio guests.
Okay. Some music.
Oh, sorry.
I think I'll do a couple in quick succession, if that's all right.
Yes, please. Stop me talking.
A bit... Let's have a look.
Would you like brief applause or like
No, please, don't
a
go
brief
to the
description?
trouble.
A brief description of applause.
Thunderous applause.
Insert here.
We could make signs that say spontaneous
Yes.
applause, thunderous applause, and someone's just always walking there in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I could have a speech bubble coming out of the sheep's mouth. Maybe we could do that.
Yes. We should do some pop art.
And we should have to like take on a serious tone now for one of Kieran's serious songs.
It's a serious one. I knew a girl, she raised the bar for herself, and it was beautiful. She was a cut above the rest, I pulled the phones out of her chest, not to be rude. She took me out, and I wrote about the town like a Ferris wheel. The mutilation didn't stop there, by the end of the night I was legless. And
And after I had seen what I came to see, I was too blind to see it didn't matter. I loved the boy, we were thick of and things. What he hid up his sleeve made me frightened. He kicked out my teeth, at first we were free and now we're bound. He rode a horse, but he was lying when he said he was a cowboy. I saw him smile and the brown in his mouth caught my eye. And after I had seen what I came to see, I was too blind to see it didn't matter. I took a chance while I tried, shaved my head, Lena Prey grew a mustache. You broke my heart, but I still got a couple veins left. It was a surprise when you severed the ties on my birthday. And now I'm gone, I just hope you're happy that I'm not around. And after I had seen what I came to see, I was too blind to see it didn't matter.
Woo! Woo! And the sheep says, bah. I love that one. Oh yeah, you gotta get some sort of harmonica. Do you know what I like? Cowbell. Could you have a cowbell as well?
I thought about bringing some percussion, bringing the gift of rhythm.
Next time you come, harmonica and a cowbell, please.
Right here.
Do you know what my criticism is mostly of songs?
Not enough cowbell.
Not enough cowbell.
Yeah. Quite
Great song, Kieran. Not enough cowbell.
Lack of cowbell.
Distinct lack of cowbell, especially on that last one.
I'll sort it out next
Really.
time.
They had one at the protest in Edinburgh.
Good.
That was
Ideal
amazing.
protest.
I think they had, yeah.
Excuse me.
Big Pig to Gettysburg, I will plant the seeds that one day will become my own rebirth. When I've saved the money, I swear I plan to leave this country that for so long has been so unkind to me. Oh, Charon, ferry me home. Across the dirty water, I will make my own. When I see what those pilgrims see, I will be set free. You will be my queen. I've tasted only the fruits born from conquered earth. I now long for a sweeter love to satisfy my thirst. Love, you have been good to me, my maiden mother crow. In your breast I've found a place to rest my aching bones. Oh, Sharon, ferry me home. Across the dirty water I will make my own. When I see what those pilgrims see, I will be set free. You will be my queen. When I see what those pilgrims see, I will be set free. You will be my queen.
It's really hard not to whoop. Whoop!
3 seconds and then.
We said sometimes when a song's really good, you can't really clap straight away. You need to go, oh,
Let it sink in.
let's sink in and then clap.
I think I go back upstairs.
Are you tired?
Yeah, a bit. Just
Are you going to say goodbye to your public? To your adoring fans?
bye.
Bye!
Just
There we
go
are.
back
Just-
here.
yeah, that's really handy. Thank you.
Do you have anything else I can?
Do you need
take
your laptop
with me
tonight?
upstairs? Sorry.
Do you need the laptop tonight?
No, I don't think so.
I'll lock the door in the...
Yeah. See ya.
Gonna see you later.
Tschüss! Gute Nacht, schlaf gut, ja?
Gute Nacht. Good night. Bonne nuit.
Bonne
Je
nuit.
vous souhaite une bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit. There we are, that's what the language is. That's the only German I can do, by the way.
Alright.
Just in case you're thinking, oh my god, she speaks German after all. I learn like one phrase in every language so I can pretend. Keep going, give us the full. Keep going until you're completely drained of songs and then
Yeah,
I'll
I
let you
think-
leave.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to make tracks before too long, I think. But a couple more, maybe.
Couple more.
My final toilet break of the night.
Final toilet break.
And then, I don't know if that's alright. I don't know. Let's think. What can I do?
It's quite nice to be given, because normally there's a dead, you know, if you've got a, if you're playing in front of people, it's like, well, because there's someone else waiting to go on or whatever. There's
None of that, no.
none of that, is there?
Yeah, I'll just keep going then if that's
Just keep going.
Did those feet in ancient times wear steel cap boots? Or did they trample down the northern towns where the flowers of sin take root? And I'm happy to consider change. If it be your will, but the blood that ran through my father's veins runs in me still. I was born with a shovel in my hand to dig my legacy in the contours of this land. But it's all concrete round here. Those places I hold dear. And then what more can we do but dye their white collars blue and hold out for a miracle? All those souls lost out at sea, tear the standard from the mast. From all grief south to Agincourt, mark the follies of our past. And I understand that I must take up arms when I'm shipped out to the war. All I ask for in return is a home worth fighting for. I was born with a shovel in my hand to dig my legacy in the contours of this land. But it's all concrete round here. Those places I hold dear. Now what more can we do but dye their white collars blue and hold out for a miracle? Set up for a fall as I donkey stone the steps of St. Paul's. Turns out that there's no heaven after all, just someplace else but here. 'Cause it's all concrete round here. Those places I hold dear. Now what more can we do but dye their white collars blue and hold out for a miracle?
Wow. Is that written about Chesterfield?
Oh well, it's Chesterfield's ever present in all of them, isn't it? It's the shadow hanging over me.
It's the shadow hanging over me.
The shadow of the spider.
The crooked shadow.
Yeah.
Did you hear? You were there when you were Helen Mort's poem, and she said, "When the apocalypse happens, I imagine it just being the crooked spider that's left." I like that Armageddon in Chesterfield.
Sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it? If you're ever out on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Well, I just had. Again, there's no one watching. If anyone is watching, they'll obviously not tell anyone about the contents of the conversation. But we went to see some comedy in the Pomegranate, I think. No, it was the Winding Wheel. And it was Shazia Mirza, who's a Muslim comedian, and she was brilliant. And there was the things like, "Hey, who voted Remain for Brexit?" And my table went, "Eh," and we looked round, and it was this.
Yeah, I know.
The sense, and I think that night was the first night that I got a sense that Chesterfield.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Feeling
but sometimes you can just mix with people who are like-minded, and you're not really fully aware of, you know.
That's it, yeah.
But you would have been aware of that for a long time having been brought up here, because I've only been here 6 years, and I'd never really, you know what I mean,
No, I mean it was
seen that side of Chesterfield.
that was one of those things in the turbulence of last year. That bizarre sensation of realising you're a minority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess that's the thing, that when you things like that, then, you know, people, the creators in Chesterfield, we can't all just go somewhere else, because these few little events that there are, that I keep finding in Chesterfield, there's some really great things happening at the same time. There's some really, really good people here. Just because it's not a big city, it's going to be the same with any small place in the UK, because, you know, there's going to be less
It's
diversity.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Just little bubbles of it, and little bubbles can be hard to find. If you're somewhere like Sheffield, the bubbles are going to be bigger, more visible.
Is this something that you will finish tonight then, Emily? Or are you gonna
I
have
don't
to
know.
be-
Sometimes they're painting this big. It's kind of good to have a little breather in between it.
And return with fresh eyes.
To return with fresh eyes. Who was it who said, write drunk, edit sober? Start painting drunk,
Yeah.
edit in the morning, finish painting in the morning. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. I think a similar thing.
Right. I think I'll do my final number, if that's all right.
What if they demand an encore?
I mean, if they demand an encore, well, I suspect that the demand's not going to be all that high.
We're not going to hear them, really, to be honest.
But yes, if that's all right, I hate to.
No, but I do say, because it does get crazy late. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm already home, aren't I?
And I've got the mystery wedding tomorrow.
The wedding that you know all about.
I will also say as well, I'm going to do a bit of a self-promotion.
Yeah, please.
I mean, I don't know how many local people you have watching, but it's the Labour Club next weekend.
Oh, I'll put a link on the end.
The 18th. It's going to be good as well. Kev Titterton's down. You've seen Kev before, haven't you?
Which one's Kev?
You will know him. He's from Sheffield. I think. Maybe he's from Rotherham now. I don't know. He's a Sheffield United supporter anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does. He's got a really great one about music. You'll recognise when you see him anyway.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And
That's on the 18th.
yeah, the 18th. Yeah, and then Quiet Loner is the headline act.
I have to do a plug for you.
Okay.
hideous heart, and it's yearning for the ugly love of a better half. And a hideous heart does little but pine, receiving no reply. Such is a hideous heart as mine. And a hideous heart is battered and bruised. Your fingernails claw in my open wound. Please be golden children. Please be everything I'm not. all I've ever loved has turned to dust. And a hideous heart knows little but pain. I've seen the true face of Dorian Gray, and a hideous heart is battered and bruised. Your fingernails claw and my open wounds. You are golden children. You are everything I know. I have all the hideous heart that's yearning for the ugly love of a better love.
Woo!
Thanks, Emma.
Isn't it funny? It's one person clapping. It's like everyone's clapping. You could see it as if, my God, everyone in the room just clapped.
Yeah, very true.
Really
very
loudly.
true. I haven't thought about
For
it.
ages. That's brilliant. I've just looked at the time, so I am going to pack up as well. I shouldn't be here for like later than 12.
Yeah, wow.
What
What a journey. What a journey it has been.
Who will watch back? Are you the sort of person who will watch back?
I'm not watching myself.
Really?
Yeah, I think I would struggle.
I think it's quite a lot to get to get used to. Like for me, like with reading poetry and things like that, I had to get used to the sound of my own voice, and then. But you'll listen to your songs back, won't you? But is it the?
Yeah, I mean that is the visual aspect of it. I think.
But I think once you're used to that, then you're less scared of things like YouTube and Facebook, and it's just like we are what we are, aren't we? That's kind of it, isn't it? What's that quote that you came up with that was great? Oh, you're worried about what people think.
It's David Foster Wallace. Yeah, you would worry less about what other people thought of you.
If you knew how
seldom they did.
How seldomly they did. I remember that one. It's a better quote. It's a better idea remembering that than just it doesn't matter, you won't see them again, because that's what Isn't it?
I don't know. It doesn't matter, you won't see them again. I think is definitely a motto to live by.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to.
But I do get the impression though that there's few people that you see, Emily, that you wouldn't see again. You're so.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah.
You're so sociable.
There was a lady that I met in the Highlands of Scotland walking her dog, and I became good friends with her, and she invited us back to house sit in Scotland. And then she moved to America 3 days before I went back to America.
Oh, yeah.
And I went and stayed. I met her in Scotland and painted her a house sign because she said she didn't have one. And then I went to America and stayed with her in her house in America and painted her a house sign there too.
Oh.
So that's kind of a random story.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Again, it all connects up. There's something there.
Isn't it? Serendipity.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. Too much of it in my life. Look at these sheep. Thank you, people. Anyone who's like watched for ages and has watched right through to the end, if there is anyone who's managed that, that'd be quite impressive.
It would be.
Woo! That really would.
And the sheep are looking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm only about halfway through the sheep. I've got lots more sheep lots more details to add on the sheep. But I think it would be good for me to have some rest and to see how it finishes in the morning. But thank you guys for watching.
Thank you,
See you all
everyone.
soon. Whenever I stand there and I talk and I wave at the camera, and it always kind of freezes at the end when I've got like a face on. So sometimes I just kind of stand and kind of go, just so it freezes on a really nice smile. Thank you, people.
Consummate pro.
Yeah, we'll have to get Kieran back, right? Because he was great. So we'll give you like come on the other side of the thing now. There we are. Goodbye, sheep. And goodbye, Kieran. He's waving.
Right.
was difficult. That was really great.
Wow. Yeah. What a bit. That's flown by to be.
What did it say?